Hello and welcome in everybody back to Trackmania Asia OCE, but it's going to be the Indian Trackmania Cup today, and it's great to see everybody. How are we feeling? I'm bringing in Lumids for the first time. I think this might be your first time actually getting the chance to cast for Trackmania in general, Lumids.
Yeah, it is my first time ever casting Trackmania. First time. I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to be here.
You're certainly not new to the game.
RTC. Yeah, I'm not new to the game. I've played the game for a couple of years now. I've got a lot of game sense, but I'm keen to see how the boys perform today. I'm actually very excited for today's tournament.
Well, you were saying to me beforehand that you did recognize a name or two in this as well, so definitely some names to look out for here. We've got a few that we'll mention as we go through, as well as the world record holders on these tracks as well, so a lot to look out for here. Of course, we do have 5 tracks out today: Condrel, Daybreak, Mudvayne, Open World, and Sky Harbor. Sky Harbor has some of the best transitions I've seen in a while, but man, it took me a little while to learn that one.
Yeah, it's definitely Sky Harbor, definitely coming out to be one of the hardest track to learn, especially first time on it. But I believe these fellas have had a lot of time to practice, and just definitely that ice transition is one to look out for. It's one of the smoothest transitions I've witnessed on an ice track.
I gotta say, I think this map pack, as much as I love it, is actually harder than the AOTC maps that I have previously cast as well. So I'm glad to see that the level of difficulty is creeping up here, along with the level of skill in these players. So keen to see the runs start, but we do have a couple of minutes before we start our seeding round. Of course, we will have our seeding today. This is going to be a 2-day tournament, so come back tomorrow as well, same time, to see the end of this. But today we are going to get things set on track and kind of get an idea and a feel out here for who might be the ones to keep in mind for tomorrow.
There's definitely a couple players that I've got in mind that are definitely the top dogs, in my opinion. Judging just going off records on the map pack themselves, Iridium, I'm sorry if I bottled your name, Spark and 42 are like my main 3 right now that I reckon could go far. They are consistently up the top in all records and all tracks.
There's a few other names creeping in here that I recognise from previous casts as well, likes of Scorpid. Good to see him back in here as well. Who's our youngest here? I think it might be 42 actually, coming in at 18. So it's a much older esport than a lot of esports going around, isn't it? I can't imagine doing Rocket League and sitting here talking about an 18-year-old as the youngest player.
Yeah, no, it's a rare sight in the Rocket League scene. Like, we both cast Rocket League, and
that's our native.
You barely see anyone above the age of 25.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
So I've seen a couple of old dogs in the Marshall Baines coming in at the age of 35, an expert. He's been playing the game since 2006, 2007. You can never count out the old dogs, in my opinion. They're always ones to be watching. And
Nami as well, with the 2006 there as well, would be the oldest of the players by start date. And we do have a few favourite maps coming through here. I noticed Daybreak coming up a bit more towards the bottom end of this here as well. Highest with that preference would be Prawn there, who's currently kind of expected seed 4th by the looks of this. But yeah, I think seeing a lot of that, Daybreak, Sky Harbor, and a couple for Open World in there seem to be the favourites of the pack.
Yeah, you not really see much of Chon. You don't see much Chon at the moment, which is surprising, as I think it's preference to it's a tech map as well, so it's dirt and grass tech. And I feel like that it really matches a couple of the players in the tournament. I don't know.
That's actually authored as well by Scorpid, who I mentioned earlier.
That's why it's impossible to get.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy authors times actually on these. So, in saying that as well, not the only person who has some involvement in the background here. Spark, Iridium, and 42 also. Actually, sorry, not 42. Spark and Iridium sitting up the top here are both admins in. So maybe they've just written a bit of a script here. I'll have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, especially when they're two of the 3 names that I brought up.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean they're kind of in this area of the community for a reason. They've been around here leading things up for a while. So a big shout out to the guys responsible, not only those two names, but a fair few more to mention in the background as well. And we will get to that towards the end of the day. But as we go through today, though, worth mentioning, there is prize money on the line here as well. So we do have a 18k rupee prize pool here, which was all contributed by the Indian community for you guys outside of India. That's around 215 USD or 325 AUD for us here, Lumids. And that's going to be split from first all the way down to 8th there. First will be 6,000, second 4,300, third 2,700, and fourth at 1,500 there. So that's where the big prize money is for this tournament. Of course, everybody's going to be reaching for that first. I think there is a bit of a fight for it. Yeah,
it's got to be a bit of a fight, but still 19 total registrations. It's not a bad turnout. I'm keen to see how it goes. There's a lot of spots to be open, but it all comes down to this seeding. You never know. If you have an off day today, you might not make the seeding bracket for tomorrow, and that might cost you. You never know these days, but whoever performs consistently is the one to be watching out for, I reckon, for tomorrow.
Well, you do only have 4 minutes to get in right now if you are a player who has signed up for this. We've got 13 out of our 19 sign-ups in now. I think we only had 4, I was informed, that didn't turn up last time, which is a fairly good turnout rate for a competition of this size. So good to see that people are making their way in right now. We're still looking probably pretty promising for a similar turnout today as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen for it to turn out today. As I can ready to tell from the lobby, there is 13 people ready to go. So hopefully some big names are in there that are confident, which they are. I see a couple big names. Albatross is in there as well. Instinct, Scorpid, like the person you said, Spark, is in there as well. There's a lot of decent players in the lobby warming up, ready to go for this next one. But I think the first round, where are we going to be on the first round? You know,
I'm not 100% sure, but we can roll through the intro for Condrul here, because that is what the players are running through at the beginning. It is number 1 in the map pack, so I'm assuming for the seeding round, we will be running through all of the maps. So where better to start at than map number 1. Let's take a look at Condrul here as I transition over. There it is in front of you. And that first corner, getting a tight line there, and that the transitions at the beginning of this map just set your pace for the rest of the map. So super crucial start to this one.
I feel like that hairpin on the second corner is the one that can really cost you. And this hairpin up here on that big lefty that goes down into the engine off block is the money maker. And on this engine off block, you can get a bit of a drift that makes you get a better line, which can cost you, though, if you clip the inside of the hole. You don't want that to happen. And
that's kind of not really that big an issue if you're going for world record times. You know, you're willing to cut that closer, but I am going to be interested to see who is willing to take that risk and actually cut the crust off that as they come through. And again, I think one of the noticeable things for me this time around, as far as difficulty in these maps goes, is just how hard that ending is as well. That final gate to jump in there is a toughie.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden finishes, in my opinion. I think there's about 3 of them in the map pack, 2 or 3 that I counted, that are secret hidden finishes that you have to, I believe, get every round if it's close. Otherwise, it could cost you 10 to about 6/10 there in just the finish line itself.
Absolutely. Right. Well, that is Condrul, and we will be heading into that in just about no time at all now. We've got 15 out of our 19 now, so another 2 more heading in at this point, probably looking towards our start. We are 1 minute away from that now, so we will be seeing that. Looking at the warm-up, still seeing some really, really hot times out from the expected names, seeing a few great placements from Spark there, repping Antic very, very well as well. Antic coming in and making a name for themselves some time ago now in this as an esport, just coming into Trackmania looking really, really good with their pickups.
Yeah, I've seen the name around us a little bit lately, because as an organizer myself, I've been looking at Trackmania. It's been tempting, But I've been having a deep dive into the scene, and yeah, straight out to Antic, just trying to grow the scene one by one tournament at a time, one player at a time. Hopefully, this tournament as well, we can help boost the Indian Trackmania community, and hopefully get more in here for the next one, because I'm keen to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Spark himself has been repping Antic for some time now as well, so good to see them sticking together. They're going to be a name known in this community for a long time to come, I think, as well. 42 coming there for Piwo as well. Excuse me if I have that wrong and it's just Piwo. Nami, another name in there that actually I think could be a little bit of a dark horse there in that fourth spot in our little cheat sheet about the players right now. But Nami, I have seen had some surprising runs on the day. Fairly consistent player.
Very fairly consistent. If you just go through the past achievements of Nami, we've got top 2 ITC 2023, 5th to 8th place TMWT APAC regional.
Yeah.
Like, Nami has the stats behind to back up, but can they perform on the day we need? Is this tournament Nami's tournament to take it?
Yeah, I mean, looking all the way down as well, there's some more big achievements down there, all the way down to the Curiosity you might want to keep an eye out for. Top 2 world for spring 2024. So that's a crazy representation for the region there on the world tracks. But again, that's looking at PB, so we've got to see the consistencies coming out for those guys that we know can hit the high times.
Yeah, and as someone who's played some of the highest ranked in the side, some of the big lobbies, it all matters about consistency in Trackmania. You can have the world record time if you want, but if someone's just running consistent times, maybe 2 tenths slower than your world record time, but it's just getting them through the rounds they need to get through. And like once they get onto map point, I don't know. Yeah. It's going to be a tough one. There's just a lot of good players, I reckon, that are underrated in Trackmania that can go far here.
Well, we're trying to have as many of them in the game as well as possible, so we've given them a couple more minutes. 3 more on the clock now. Right now, we will be starting at 5 past whatever the hour is for you worldwide. Unless you're one of those bizarre regions that has a half-hour time zone difference. What is happening there? That's rare. That's rare. I doubt there's anybody in the chat right now from one of those regions.
Yeah. We have the same thing in Australia. Like, I think Adelaide, South Australia is 30 minutes behind us.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, I think we have a 30-minute time zone as well, and it's like a tricky one to work around. Like,
so that's why we don't like Adelaide, right? That's. I'm really sorry if you're from Adelaide. That's a joke.
But we stand by it.
Yeah, I will double down on it. Yeah. All right, coming in here as well, we've got plenty of names in there that have repped in the ITC here as well before as well, Indian Trackmania Cup. Number 6 even, so very recent placements there. There's a campaign world record holder from Scorpid as well. The only one there who has Condrul as their favourite map right now as well, so that's going to be interesting, but might be kind of suggestive that he is a tech player. I thought Spark might say Condrul. He's dirt tech, which is what Condrul is.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I'm surprised Spark went Mudvayne.
Yeah.
I thought it would be Condrul. I really thought it would be, but Scorpid seems to find something on the map and it's just rocking with it. But
I mean, they're both dirt tech, I suppose. But Condrul was the one that came to mind, I guess. Mudvayne has some really, really interesting corners in that as well. Very, very high pace for a dirt track.
And now I see why Scorpid voted for his map. It was his map. He built the map. That makes more sense. Yeah, it's all coming to us now. It's all coming to us. The knowledge is coming.
That. Yep, absolutely.
But also, Mudvayne is a dirt and tech map as well. So it could work in the favour for both of them. So they probably went at the both different maps. But still.
He's voted for it and he's made it. But he is not the world record holder, so he's going to be very angry at one Iridium there with a 48.771 as the world record there. I'm struggling to get on under a minute on some of these tracks, and 48.771 is ludicrously fast.
Yeah, I've only got a 51.5 at the moment. I don't want to talk. But here we go. I think we're going to hop into the map very shortly here, Gex, if you want to take us away.
We are indeed coming into game now. So we will be watching this from a bird's eye view just to get a look at the competition that we have here. Let's take a look at this as we come through, and you should be able to see quite quickly, as we said, those opening corners just setting the pace for the track very, very early on this one.
Yeah, some of those opening corners are very difficult, but this is that drift I said about. You can get it so wrong so easily. But DB again, this is the warm-up chat, so they are warming up. Some of them will be respawning on the earlier checkpoints to practice the sections they want to get better at. But DB is looking very solid. So is Pran in this first little run. Oh, as both of them make a mistake on that tight right. That is the corner that gets me at. That's a momentum shifter as well. That can cost you into the next jump section.
And seeding can be pretty crucial here as well. I know we don't have two groups like we do in the AOTC. However, we are coming through looking very, very good for good placement here still as well. It is going to have an effect as we go through this tournament.
And every round matters on this map. As we're going to hop into the first round of the day, chat. ITC number 7. Who is going to take round 1 here and put their name on the board first? It's going to look like an inside run here. Sparked up.
It's early to see Spark come up. Iridium as well. Scorpid here, though. It's his map. He knows it. Can he hold that frontline pace, though? He's slipping back a little bit early here. Iridium now out in front. And Spark following up. It's that top 3 that you probably expect just from Scorpid being... Well, he knows the track so well.
And there we go. Iridium is just looking too strong, but Scorpid's going to try hunt him down here on this last little section. This left corner can cost. He's going to look for the inside line. It's not going to reach it, but he's going to get caught here. Scorpid snipes! Scorpid snipes second place.
There it is. We will see that come through with Spark in third as well. An expected first place. Probably here from Spark with some of the better times on the track. Spark and Iridium really sharing the bulk of the world records for this campaign right now. And yet, Iridium leading up and Scorpid in second there is going to really possibly put a spanner in the works. However, we have 5 rounds, all tracks represented here in the seeding phase. So we will be seeing it all come through.
Someone, I think, has not got the start they needed there, as it's all going to come down to this first checkpoint. I'm on sport here with Sparks. Sparks has got a great line, but Iridium, again, has taken the front in the group. It's looking very solid. This uphill left, can he make it work? Goes the inside line, hits it smooth. A bit of a let go there, and that gives Scorp and everyone else a bit of time to catch back up with that speed.
There is Scorp again, trying to lead this, but this is a shockingly good run from Pran here. Leading for a number of corners here. Iridium is on top of Pran, but regardless of placement, this would have been a good finish, but the tap on the wall, trying to hold as much pace, he runs wide and clips it. That's going to take all the pace off. Iridium going to come through again.
Very solid here. Iridium is showing consistency. Little mistake there. Cost Spark, I think. I think that was Spark that clipped the wall a little bit. Or was it Pran? But again... I think there was about 6 players that were side by side that entire track until the last corner. 6 of them.
Yeah, really close one there. I think everybody kind of knew that was going to be the make or break point on that track as well. So coming through and putting in as many milliseconds in on that as possible. It's tough when you know that the front runners are holding that so consistently. It's Iridium again here, the one to beat. Scorpid taking the line. So this is a really good lead early from Scorpid.
But here comes 42. 42's got a bit of pace here. He's clipped it. I talked about that hole and he's clipped it. 42 with a mistake. Iridium goes a bit wide and leaves it open for Scorp. Now we're 3 wide going into this middle section. Iridium doesn't get the line needed. Scorp takes the lead here.
Oh, Spark!
Oh,
Does he get the
Spark is
line?
lovely.
Oh my goodness, that is such a perfect line. That outside edge with that much
Go
pace,
on.
so dangerous. Spark now holding it. Scorpid still right behind, but the consistency of Scorpid.
Oh!
Nutty! At the
Oh,
last second, Scorpid has binned it. Can't take the last exit and is going to absolutely ruin the consistency of the runs here that might have just brought him through.
I was watching Scorp on board then. Scorp had to do a little bit of he had to let go of his accelerator for the slightest bit, and that did not give him enough pace. That made him lose the pace to make the finish line jump.
And the chat, 42, hole, man. That hole.
Yeah, hole. And I talked about it before the map, and someone hit it. I knew it was going to happen. It's that drift. It's so hard to get because you don't want to let go too much because then you'll lose the speed with that engine off. But this again, Iridium is looking very solid. Spark is holding on as well in the second place in the point range. But here we go again. As we're on board.
Every time, the beginning of these maps, it is. It's consistency. But if you can't hold it at the end, I mean, realistically here, if you can manage to take second every single time, you really shouldn't be seeing the first place stick to the same person over and over and over again. Because you're pushing yourself to get that. If Scorpid could just hold that second time after time, he may have come out in first place here in the long run. But I don't know if he can do it after that last mistake.
Speaking on first place, Iridium has had a massive mistake this round. It's sitting back in 10th place right now in this round. As this is going to go down to the line.
Scorpid took it.
Gets it by .010.
Oh my goodness.
What a run.
A crazy little snipe at the end there. Scorpid taking out a first there in his own track. Spark leading up in second. But Spark actually wasn't really the one that needed to keep consistency there. It was Iridium. And this might change the standings for this seeding.
Yeah, Iridium had a major mistake on one of the first sections of the track. But again, I'm going to give a shout out to Pran on that one. Coming in with third place. That really boosted him up to fourth. He would just gain 2 positions in the points for the leaderboard on this map.
Yeah, I mean, Pran wasn't really in our sights, was he, as we were coming into this? And yet, he's had some shockingly nice runs. He has had some errors to cost him those runs, but you can see the potential there. The pace has been set massively.
Yeah, again, 2 pyro. Scorpid is still looking solid at the start here. It's a beautiful inside line. Gets all the pace. Iridium with another mistake again. This is going to leave it up to Scorp, and Iridium's made a massive climb to pull back into second place. How much pace did he have?
I don't know. Maybe that was just a bit of lag that made it look like an error there, because that seemed impossible as a comeback. Yeah, it was absolutely... I don't think that's a reasonable recovery there. Spark takes a wide angle on that.
What a line.
And Iridium, oh, he holds it. Iridium could make his way into second here, I think, with Spark in fourth. This is a really crucial change to the point standing. Iridium has had a couple of drop-offs, but Scorpid has just maintained, once again, he's only had that one round of error. Scorpid's still looking quite good for this.
That is 5th round of this map. Is it going to continue on?
Oh, there it is. 180 for both Spark and Scorpid there.
200 goes to Iridium. After map 1, Iridium takes the lead. Not much. This top 3 is too close to choose a winner right now.
But Scorpid made that last track. He's not going to know the rest of them as well as he does that one. Is that going to change that standing at the top 3 quite rapidly here, or do you think he'll hold on to it for a little while?
It does cost, but Iridium has only had that one bad round. Other than that, Iridium's won a lot of rounds, and that plus 10 over everyone else really
I'm talking Scorpid here, though. Scorpid was the one that made that last map. He's equal second right now. He's got to be able to maintain that same pace on maps that he did not create.
Yeah. I believe Scorpid's going to have a good run here as... Let me just double-check who created this map. So we can... And this is done by Lost Soul. This is mixed style. Anyone, at the moment, 42 holds this record. 42 is going to be the one to watch out for.
Daybreak here. We are in warm-up phase at the moment.
Beautiful
but
map.
yeah, it really, really is some absolutely... I don't think there's a map I dislike. in this map pack,
No.
and that's pretty rare for me. I really have enjoyed this this campaign so far. So even after this is done, I might go back and try and set some better times for myself. Yeah. I've got a friend that's trying to push some records at the moment while we're in here, so it could be interesting to see the leaderboards when we come back out.
This map is very tricky again with this short finish. That's the perfect example, Gags. You're just so hard to get. This one is...
He's having a mare of that. Hopefully he can get that in the real rounds.
As Iridium has called out, 42 to Chef incoming. As we're in this first round on this map. As the same top three that we were talking about before, 42, Iridium and Spark. Currently leading the group here. Iridium and 42 are... You can't mix them. That's right inside.
Have you still got those map details up? Who is the record holder on this one currently? Is it 42?
That will be 42.
Yeah, I thought so after that comment in the chat. And he is proving why. Iridium taking a nice lineup there and gaining a couple of spots. However, 42 is still just clean with this, yeah.
As Pran does a nice line, trying to get past Spark. There's a battle all over the field. 42, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, Iridium had a mistake. Iridium's had a mistake on the finish line. That's cost him 4 places.
That's shocking.
That brings him back in. That brings Spark back into this. Scorpid didn't get the run they needed either. Scorpid had a shocker one there.
I mean, we expect Spark to have that step up at some point here. He was in the expected top 3. Actually, was possibly even expected number 1 out here. Like I said, has some of the more of the records on these tracks than anybody else right now, equal with Iridium.
Where's 42?
42. Yeah, this is not the run for him apparently, unless he can make some miraculous
42 throws.
Yeah.
Game throws. He's not in this round. So that's a big upset there for 42, but we're talking about what this round happening now is Iridium and Spark are side by side, but that's a nice corner by Nami.
Yeah.
That experience showing off. DB and Scorp are also in the proud for this one. This is anyone's race.
Beautiful dirt section from DB.
Iridium's looking so solid out in this last corner. Who's going to hold it? Who's going to risk it?
Scorpid?
It's anyone's game.
Are you kidding? Scorpid just made 4 positions.
They've got the exact same time. Exact same time.
Oh my goodness. Scorpid equals Spark, gains 3rd there. It was less than a millisecond between them. But Scorpid made unbelievable time in the last 2 corners. I can't believe that I just saw that. Again, I'm being impressed by across the field here, though. Pran and Nami somehow back in 6th and 7th after unbelievable runs here. I think that just proves how hard these cheat gates are. And I'm calling them that. That's the cheater route there. That's the only one here. If you can get that, it is far and away faster.
Those times were consistent for top 10 record times.
Yeah.
For the top 5, December was a top 10 record time. Only 3 tenths off top 5s. They're looking solid. Again, Nami has a solid lead here. Spark, Spark had a beautiful corner, though, has brought this one back.
Nami
oh, my God.
Is fighting it. Iridium's still in this as well here. This is a much better fight than I was expecting. So, oh, my goodness. 4 cars on top of each other here, so 3. And Spark may be edging out the front line here. This corner will determine it. Iridium and Nami getting a bit more speed than Spark there, but a final corner, the ending gate is going to make the difference. And Iridium
they tied again. They tied again.
You are joking. 2 runs in a row.
They've tied again.
And yet this time Iridium edges out that millisecond apparently.
What is happening? What is happening here?
You would think that this was grand final, not seeding. They are sending it.
How is this seeding? They've equal times, back-to-back rounds is something I've barely ever seen in any tournament.
No, I don't think I ever have seen that. That is insane. That's crazy. And not only did we see it back-to-back, it was from the exact same 2 players.
I'm pretty sure it's the exact same 2 players.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh, big mistake from one of the players there off that first corner.
42 needs to take some wins here. I mean, this is where his world records lie. You've got to take your best maps where they lie, or you're not going to be able to seed well.
Oh, Spark and Iridium have the best line through that section, though. They gained so much time 42 though, looking very consistent. Beautiful send over the middle. Spark has to, counter steer it. He's lost a bit of time on the top 2, but 42 has a bit of Lecto. Iridium takes the lead. Pran's there as well. Four-way battle.
Line. Spark absolutely sending it up
Iridium
the
at the pace.
Oh, yeah, through the gate, and it is a close one again, and it's Iridium and Spark fighting out that first place. It's not quite 1 millisecond this time around, but wow.
Everyone's doing 48.
Swapping and changing. This is insane.
Top 8 are doing 48s here. That is ridiculous.
Crazy.
All these times consistently is just insane. I don't know how to explain it, but this might be one of the toughest competitions of ITC. It's so back and forth. It's anyone's this run.
Pran in 4th there as well. Nami was the expected 4th, so Pran making his way up the list right now as well.
Yeah, Pran's the underdog showing.
Yeah. You love that. I feel like it's an inherent Aussie thing that you root for the underdog. It's gotta be.
But as we see now, Nami getting a great run. But look at these line by Iridium and Spark. Absolutely flying through this section. As Iridium, I think, is very far ahead here. But Spark takes a beautiful line. He's got to have to push this. Wow. Inside line. Here we go. There's the speed Spark needs. Go on now. Inside. Hold it. Brings it across. Iridium always has tasty. What a snipe.
My goodness.
Beautiful last section from Spark there. That was beautiful.
That long left-hand drift, Spark is taking that better than anybody else by such an unbelievable margin. If you combined those two runs, if you took Iridium's run and added that corner into it, you would get a world record instantly. Iridium is lacking that, but Spark, that's a crazy corner from Spark.
They both just produced top 4 records on that track. Both of them just then. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But as we end map number 2, we do go on to track 3, which is Mudvayne. I'm pretty sure only one player has this as their favorite map, and that do be Nami.
Yep, right. Nami, they're currently in 5th as well, so this might be the chance to get back in front of Pran and restore normalcy to our caster cheat sheet on these players as well. Though I was going to say, actually, Scorpid, I expect... Yeah, Scorpid is in 3rd right now. Scorpid was expected 7th. So Scorpid holding an incredible amount of points here for our seeding round.
Yeah, and the top 2 seem to be running away with it a little bit here. Iridium and Spark are just cooking. Consistently top 2s. I've seen Iridium only make the one mistake on that first map. Other than that, he's been pretty much flawless.
I have to see if that keeps up as we head into our next map as well. So this is going to be...
transitions are hard.
Yeah, they really are. There's some very, very narrow margins for error here that, unlike the other maps, it's not just going to cost you time. It will wipe you out for the track.
And as you see, Spark in the warm-up is just practicing that right corner. It's a very tough section to get well. You can lose a lot of time here as it's got to head in. It's a beautiful track. It's very hard to get it correct, though, in my opinion. Very hard. But are we going to see the same 3, or are we going to see up? The Curiosity looks a bit quicky.
Haven't really seen much from DB. Good luck in chat from him. Maybe him bringing himself some there. He's still sticking there in 4th. He will drop back eventually. Spark is leading this by some margin, but oh my goodness. Nami almost taking that. And has made some time up on it too. Has the pace. Yeah. Might be able to make the change here. Loses it by cutting off a bit too much on that grass at the last moment.
For Nami to get lost a bit of time there, but takes this one pretty well. Spark running that dirt wall on the outside. I think there was a bit of a lag spike for me at least. But Nami can't quite reach Spark. This finish line is so tough to get consistently. But they do it well. And again, that Curiosity, I said, might be looking solid off the start there. And there we go. Pran and Curiosity coming in 3rd and 4th. Spark and Nami, top 2.
Yeah, crazy lines. We are...
Where's Iridium had a bad one. 16 points only there.
Yeah, Iridium's way back there. That's 11th from Iridium, actually. And 13th from Scorpid, too. Some really shocking results there.
In my opinion, this might be the toughest map in the map pool.
Oh my goodness, that instantly got Nami up there and into 4th place.
Hunting down Scorp as well. 3rd place is only just in arm's reach of Nami now as well. Less than 20 between them. But again, Nami looking solid. This is a tight 4-way battle here at the start. Spark is a bit behind Nami now. It's all about this dirt. If you can run the outside line on this dirt, the speed you can gain is absolutely ridiculous.
Gotta get into that line on the
edge. Looking solid.
That extra speed, it doesn't wear off for some time. This corner here is really where you shave that speed back off. So having a high pace through all that section. Oh no, yeah, Nami.
Nami's had a trip of war.
That is a crucial error there. Still a very close top 4 there, though.
Yeah. Spark has a bit of speed here. 42. Spark takes inside line on Iridium and snipes second place. Oh my goodness. Beautiful line again from Spark.
And a big step back up from Iridium and Scorpid there. Iridium in 3rd, Scorpid in 5th. Back up from their sub-10th positions last round.
As the top 2 now are over 100 points ahead of the field. Iridium and Spark looking like the ones to beat. But I don't know, from anywhere below there, I think anyone can qualify. From 3rd to 7th, it's anyone's game. It's too close.
Yeah. Of all the maps, I think this has the easier of all of them to get that early exit as well here, that earlier finish line. This is not a particularly tough one to find that, but if you make that mistake, it does mean that you are going to set yourself behind the rest of the pack substantially because so many people are going to be able to take that cleanly.
Especially when there's only about a meter
Scorpid.
gap to stuff up. As Iridium and Spark again just taking this lead. Scorp, I think, is just... he's a bit behind.
He is not having a great run on this map at all.
Nami looks very solid on this map. But as I say that, Caster Curse happens to Nami. He's hit a wall again. I'm going to stop talking.
Spark out in front. Iridium looking for a second. This will be his best placement on this map so far. And Spark with a small error is going to cost him not 1, not 2, but 3 positions there. As 42 might be coming in as a second. Curiosity, we have not seen that name out the front and battling it out for just about second, but 42 snipes him on that last bounce.
Curiosity wasn't even in, I think, top 10 before this map. And has brought himself back into the position, the fight for 7th, 6th, and 5th.
Yeah, where are we seeing him on the standing right now? 8th right this second. Yeah. So in points, but kind of the bottom of our, and remember that the top 8 is the prize money winning group here. So you really would like to seed in that.
Yeah, the seeding is the matter here. Top 8 is where you want to be, as 42 has probably the best start of everyone, but Pran's got a line and a half.
Yeah. You can see why it's his favourite. Pran running very, very narrow margins for error. And again, hunting that outside edge. 42 dropping back a fair way here.
Yeah, 42 had a good
group
start.
At the front is huge, though.
Massive group, actually. Yeah, it's anyone's for 2nd, 3rd, and...
42 had a good line and just dropped speed instantly off it.
Nami's got to look to get a good solid line. He had to let go a little bit, and that gives Scorpion and Pran the time to run away with it. Pran's just taking the riskiest lines ever.
Every time I switch camera to see another point of view, they make an error. I need to just...
Yeah. Oh no, Nami's missed the finish. Nami missed the finish.
Nami.
He had to respawn. I've cast the curse.
And for these players under that top 4, you have to make that as well. That's brutal for Nami. Needs to get ahead of Pran wherever possible here. There is 1 point between them right now.
I shouldn't have been watching Nami again. Every time I watch him at the end. But it's still quite a big mistake. Sparks brought this one back on Irudin for first. As it's anyone's game still. Like this from 3rd, it's still down to 7th. It's still anyone's.
It's been such a different outcome as a track. This has really, really thrown a wrench in the works as far as just our expectations, this particular map. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we run through these 2 days. It is a stunning map, but it is having a toll on our expectations for this top end. Really the only one having... I'm going to shut up. Yep, I was about to mention Iridium, and yeah. That's on me. That's on me.
Train again. Pran's had a absolute two
Nami,
beautiful
this
runs
is
here.
great for
Curiosity
Nami.
again. Curiosity's there again.
Curiosity,
No.
no!
I'm not going to talk about this anymore.
Oh, he's
Let's
off.
stop
I don't
speaking.
even know if he can make it across
He's
cleanly
soft.
now.
We should have spoke. We should have spoke about the man.
Pran,
We've
though,
talked-
first place. It's followed by
Yeah.
Nami. The entire top 4 unexpected except Iridium in 4th there. That's crazy. Marshall Baines making an appearance in the top 3 as well.
None of the top 3 made in the top 3 is insane. That's never
insane.
happening.
But other than Pran this map, but that's because of this map.
Scorpid with only 19 points in that last round. Same with 42.
That is 5 out of 5 for that track as well. So that is a big upset to the scoreboard. But do we return to normalcy from here? I have no idea.
Here we go. Oh no. This map. Oh, it's open world. Here we go.
The Trackmania India zoom out there.
42's favourite map here. Even does he have the record on this one? Open world 42 once again with the world record on this map. Iridium Spark, 2nd and 3rd, consistently again. They have some of the tightest ones.
I'm expecting 42 to make a big step up here because 42 had a bit of a slip on that last one, didn't he? In the leaderboards. Down there in 5th right now. Scorpid actually making his way into the top 4 and Pran in 3rd.
Big shout out to the Curiosity. Hopefully I said his name right again.
Yep.
But coming from not even in the top 10 and almost bringing it in range for 5th place to 6th to 7th is insane just from one map. One map.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really crazy that he's now in points with some room to spare to Marshall Baines, but not a lot there. He's still got to guard this.
And again, this is one of those difficult tracks in my opinion, one of the difficult ones of the map packs, where it's a lot of awkward corners that can catch you off guard of any moment. And once again, with that short finish, which is one of the easier ones in my opinion, these shorter finishes. It's just a jump up to the grass wall.
Yeah, it is. For a map pack in general that has very, very tough early finishes there, I would agree this is definitely one of the easier late finishes here.
And still, we got those top 2, Iridium and Spark, just over 100 points away from the field. These two are looking the ones to beat in the tourney. But again, this is a different map now. We're going to see who's the more consistent on this map, who's got the pace. And the same front 2 are the ones you expect. And again, Nami has one of the best lines I've seen through there. I didn't even notice there was a line.
Whoa,
oh,
Spark!
Big mistake, Spark.
That is going to cost Nami slipping in the top 2 with some space to spare here as well. Iridium with an awesome line out the front though. He is leading by a lot right now. He could actually afford a mistake and stay in the top 3 here.
Pran again, after sniping Scorpid, 3rd place, is looking to take a 3rd place here. Oh, Nami, I thought had a mistake, but he actually made it in.
Yeah,
that was scary from my point of view.
Again, top 3, huge finishes for Nami and Pran. I don't know if it's just taken them a bit to warm up, and now that last map they kind of keyed in. They're in the right mental space now, but this map again, they are pushing through to change this leaderboard. And DB in 4th, that's a huge finish for DB.
44.0 is insane.
Yeah, absolutely ludicrous.
What's
the record on this one?
43.76.
So
like,
actually
it's
not that far off
it at all. First round. First round.
Yeah, this is...
And he did say he safed it.
Well, he had the opportunity to save it. He had so much room to
spare.
So
much room. Over 0.4.
Yeah. I genuinely think he could have made a world record run there. Had he wanted to.
4. Spark, Nami, Iridium, and Pran.
Wow.
Are looking so solid, but look at this. DB now
Nami.
looking consistent.
Nami might be able to get out in front here.
Mistake by Iridium.
And a small one for Nami as well. Iridium, though, can slip way back here and allow DB into the top 4 again. Oh, I thought Nami might have. That was close.
What a dive.
Yep.
Scary.
Scorpid pretty consistent on this one. 5th here, though, is going to be actually losing places on this leaderboard despite some consistency.
Yeah, Scorpid was 3rd in the first, I think.
There he goes. He's back in 5th
3
now.
maps. And now he's dropped down to 5th. Nami's had an absolute killer run lately. Same as Pran. Pran's been so consistent, just under the radar.
Yeah,
Many
absolutely.
orgs are looking in for some consistent Trackmania players. You're looking at the India region. They've got some hidden gems over here.
And we're seeing big times out of players who are not world record holders on any map here as well. So really good to see that the consistency when it comes down to the actual racing, very, very different look to just outright.
Oh, Iridium has another mistake.
Oh, couple there over the jump, lost as well. And now the top 4 changes massively.
DB.
Marshall Baines gonna get into that top 4, and DB in second. Yeah, Pran
Go on,
may
DB.
be able to take him in this last corner though. It's tough. It's gonna come down to the end there, and DB holds the second with Pran in third.
44.1 is still another solid time on this map. Like, only the top 3 records are 43s. Every other one is 44.1. So Iridium did a fourth place record time with that 44.0.
Wow, that's crazy. And Spark can't be far behind with that one there.
Spark's
either.
nowhere near.
Oh, really?
He's very, very close. No, he's very on it. They're on the money.
Yeah. Yep.
There you got a 44.2, if I wasn't mistaken, or 44.4, and that would have been top 6, top 7.
Wow, crazy.
It's very close.
Marshall Baines has been coming up, another one that seems to have just warmed up the pace through this. Quite happy to see him slipping up the ranks of the pack, and watching it right now, he's doing the same thing again. Just a number of players slipping behind the mistakes, but there's Marshall Baines with the mistake as well. Definitely.
Oh my, Iridium.
Albatross in the top 3. First time.
Albatross is cooking.
And keeping up pace, actually making pace on the top 2.
Oh,
and
42
mistake!
Oh, they both had a mistake and Iridium's gone.
It's cost him massively. Albatross can't make the finish.
Oh, no. We gotta stop talking.
Oh, that is brutal with Albatross there, looking at a second place possibility.
He heard his name.
He heard his name.
He's shaking.
Oh, yep. And he's in the chat. Finish crash, sad. Yep.
It's unlucky, brother. You got this. It happens to the best of us.
Look at this, DB. Creeping up into 5th now.
Yeah, DB's flying on the point score, but it's not having a great map here.
No, he's losing. He's lost 2 positions on leaderboard as a result of this map so far.
He's lost 3.
Yeah, crazy.
It's not quite the run Scorpion wants. I am riding on board with him now. He has got a pretty awkward line. He's not quite on the pace.
Albatross gonna take him. Oh, Albatross has made an error.
You gotta stop saying his name.
I do. Albatross cannot handle the focus. It's. I'm not taking the Castigos on this one. Handle the pressure, mate.
Every time.
Pran out in front though. What a line.
Flying. 42 now, looking good again.
Oh, this is a massive run. Can he get the
run? No!
Oh,
too wide.
That is an absolutely devastating end to that run. 42.
Trying to get the pace.
First time we've actually seen 42 up there in a while, which is a shocking thing to say.
Yeah, and that just boosted him straight up to 4th place with that one.
I think he was in 7th.
That is how close. He was in 7th and went straight up to 4th place in one round. That's how close it is right now.
Our top 8. Really, a huge amount to be gained here. Especially as we go into our final track now.
Sky Harbor.
It is a tough one. Like this, as much as Sky Harbor is a favorite here of most of the players, it's tough. For consistency, it's tough.
And again, Iridium holds the record here by 0.1. So a fair bit. Iridium has pace here compared to the others.
Yeah.
Like for a world record time, that is very distant compared to most of the other records on the map packs.
Pran already making errors on the warm-up as well, but I suppose that's what it's for. Pran has actually gotten a lot more of my focus than I expected here, slipping up to 3rd. Never thought I'd see this, and getting past 42 as well. I mean, 42 down in 7th for a bit was probably did give him that opportunity.
Ooh, as this magnet reactor section is probably one of the toughest bit. And remember this, the grass tightens on you in one of the sections. That can really cost you some issues. But this is our favorite thing, Gex. It has the ice. It has the ice section.
Yes. The ice transition is one of the cleanest I think I've ever seen going into the ice. It just flows absolutely awesomely. You almost naturally flick to the right angle to get around that corner with pace. So should see, actually, I think that be one of the more consistent areas of ice play on any competitive map.
And big shout out to DB, the author, for that perfect section. But we are in the first round here. And Iridium, a couple of different lines being shown early here by different players, but Iridium's still looking like the player to beat.
Curiosity
but
back up in the pack.
Beautiful. Nami, I'm not going to talk.
We are keeping the caster curse alive and well
we
here.
Are so
Curiosity
bad at this.
Up in that top 4 again here. This is lethal. Sorry, I've been told to use that follow cam through the
Iridium, that's a mistake.
Upside down section there.
And here's that ice section. Curiosity has the inside line.
He's very
Gets
inside,
but DB, the author of the map, is just flying ahead of everyone.
Huge mistake from Curiosity. He misses the jump. He will get it second time around, but that costs him hugely here.
How is Iridium got second?
In first? I don't know. Everybody fell apart on this final jump here. I actually do struggle on this as well, though I can't say I usually fall off the left side.
Yeah, if you take the jump, you got to hit it very lippy between the trees, but I usually go through the trees. How did Iridium get second there? That blew my mind. Iridium had a major mistake early in the track, but...
Seeing the inconsistency of that final jump there, I wonder if people are going to start changing their strategy on this one as we go through the 5 rounds, because that's going to, just safing it, especially if you're coming from the back of the pack, that's going to be a big gain for you for the players up the front who just want to keep that first, second, third position.
Yeah, 100%. And if you can, I feel like if you take it more inside, I think it's more lippy, but we'll see what the players do here when they get to that section. You can't hit that engine off zone in the air, otherwise we will lose. Or Curiosity had to do a massive break, but Nami seems to be leading the pack now. A lot of space between them.
Close
Where's
pack.
DB?
Very close
Here he is
pack.
again.
And Spark proving why, just came back from about 6th here. Got second for a moment and immediately slips back to 5th. Oh, big error from Spark, though, as he goes out there.
42 mistake in the lead. Iridium versus DB. Iridium versus the author of the map.
Final corner.
Oh, Iridium in the line takes the tree.
Not gonna lie, I have never made the early finish on this one. I just don't get it.
I get him. That's a great match, though. It's a great round between Iridium and DB. It all came down to that last corner. They both took the different line for the upper finish. Iridium took the tree line, and DB went the left side of it. So everyone's going a bit different on it.
You really do need... You need maximum pace, basically, to make that. If you don't get that last corner right, no chance.
As chat saying, Nami was on a banger. They were saying the splits were insane. As Albatross gets to start out, everyone
huge start.
Flying.
Hey, Marshall Baines, are you kidding me?
Front
is looking really interesting. Nami out in front now. Pran leading. Marshall Baines there in third. Going to slip back for only a moment. Has an awesome line through there. They might actually be able to get out in front.
Nami has some of the dim... Oh! I got to stop. No, I'm not going to talk about it.
Spark is now second out of nowhere from mid-pack. Pran, though, having an awesome run through here, but it is very close in that front end. Marshall Baines, probably the best I have seen from Marshall Baines as consistency goes. Has to take this inside great line.
Spark has it. Spark has the line and the pace here. Has to get the jump catching. Correct. DB has a beautiful line through there. Pran might not make the jump. Pran made it. I thought Pran didn't have the pace then to make that upper finish, but just makes it. 54.9.
Pran and DB are making their way up this leaderboard, though, with these front pack finishes. Even if they're not first place, this is big for those characters there. I mean, I'm not expecting a first place finish out from Pran or DB in the grand scheme of this competition, and yet they're out here really making a dent on the leaderboard right now. Pran in third, DB in fourth. Spark has come up. This is the first time he has seen the top 2, and he's straight into first.
Spark has absolutely dominated this map right now, consistency-wise. Iridium had a major mistake and only got 13 points that last round.
He's only been in the last end, like the back end of this, though, Spark. It is not an early thing. It's a slow burn for Spark. But the consistency, you're right. It is just consistent.
It's just getting the points they needed. Another mistake there from Iridium is cost him on the back line. Where's Pran at? Pran's up there with the front group. 42, and Albatross again has shown pace, but loses time there to 42 and Pran. Wow, who was that?
Marshall, awesome line from Marshall.
Pran,
huge error. 42 with an unbelievable line on the inside edge there. Spark.
Oh, it's so close for the second place. It's everyone's game.
Has to get the finish here, though. Is he going to go for the line? No, he goes for the back end. And Marshall Baines will get 4th out of that. Sniped by Spark and Nami.
42 with a decent time there. 54.7. Top 6 time right there. Can't complain with that one, but second to 5th place was only really 2 attempts.
Spark made that up with a mistake in that as well. So he had time to spare. Like, he lost more than he gained. He lost more than the difference to world record there, in my opinion. I absolutely think without that mistake, it could have been a world record run from Spark.
As this is the last round.
Oh, Marshall Baines is not gone.
Oh, no. That's not what you like to see here. This is the last round. Who can take this one? Spark has the biggest lead right now I've seen in this tournament so far. Has not been gapped to more than 50, and it's reached that point. As they are over 200 points, nearly 200 points ahead of the other group now, as this is going to be tough here. 42 and Pran, and Iridium has pace, has the speed and momentum. It's going to choose to go to outside line very wide.
Great line from Scorpion.
As well.
Trying to push that front 4, but losing a bit of pace around the upside down section of that.
Pran's looking good.
Iridium still leading by so much now. And an
Pran's
inside
wide.
line. Pran very wide. No, he's lost it. DB might actually be able to snipe his way back into second again here. Oh, it's a tight for second. Nami.
Iridium gets it. DB and Nami.
DB, the creator of the map, is safing it every time on the finish. And yet still did get second here somehow.
And that is officially the 4th fastest time ever driven on the map. Wow. Iridium just did the 4th fastest time ever.
Major improvements there. May well have made some PBs out this run as well. Some really high pace runs out from leaders here in the pack that weren't world record holders. So who knows? Yeah, definitely in contest for PBs there.
Spark takes the dub in the first map pack.
Absolutely does.
For the first 5 rounds, Spark takes it. I'm over the cast.
And that's it. That's our first round out. That's our seeding done. I didn't actually get to see what our seeding was at the end there.
Spark, Iridium, Pran, or DB. DB got 4th. It was DB or Pran, I'm pretty sure, for 3rd place. I wish we got a screenshot. That is honestly out there.
Wild there for the end of that, though. Really crazy. Look, we will update you when we get back, though. We've got a 5-minute break coming up before we start our first round of the real competition here. We have the seating set. We have had some shocking results, Lumids, and a really unstable front of pack here. And it really was only at the very end here that we saw Spark jump to the front. He was expected front runner, but, mate, he only just got there.
Yeah, Iridium's really putting Spark to the limit. He's pushing him to the limit here. Still, even though the scene is going to be 1-2 them, I still can see it going anyone's way. Like, Spark really showing why he's top dog.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. From 3rd to 8th place, there was only about 30 points between them. And is anyone's below them for 3rd place right now? I don't know what's going to happen in this seeding brackets.
Yeah, it could be just about anything. Crazy stuff happening on track right now, so... look, it is a tough ask to beat the pack right now, and that has shown itself massively. But we will take a couple of minute break here, and when we come back, we will be starting our second round. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, everybody, to ITC number 7, and it's myself and Lumids back with you again as we head into our first round of matches here outside of our seeding, which was complicated. Lumids, it was complicated.
The seeding is very tricky. Don't want to be the one to go through it all because, like I said, from 3rd to 8th, really, 3rd to 10th really was very close. It's some of them would have got unlucky due to that. That's what I said before, Gex, about consistency in this game. You've really got to have it on all the maps. Well, I mean, otherwise it can really cost you.
We've got 5 maps. The first 2 were consistent. They were kind of predictable results. At least our top 3 were. Those top 3 might have swapped and changed a bit, but it was going to be those top 3 pretty well expected, except for the very, very occasional mistake there. However, as soon as we got into the last 3 tracks, it was anybody's game. So we had so many changes there. Scorpid was in 3rd there for a bit and dropped down to 7th right at the end there. And Spark, in only the last 2 rounds, I think, got 1st place there. So really, really close. Narrow margin for him and Iridium. Spark and Iridium are going to have this game neck and neck, I think.
Yeah, I think Spark and Iridium are definitely the players to beat here. They are just showing consistent lines. There's some of their lines they're doing are complete opposite. But I've got an underdog here. This is my shout in the tournament. This is going to be upset the seeding. I reckon Nami is going to cook. I don't know why, but he's just been performing. Some of his lines he's been going for, I've just caught, and they've just been so well.
We do have our match warm-up going on, and it is warm-up on Daybreak. So let's have a look through this Daybreak introduction here we've got on screen at the moment. Another one with some good dirt involved in this. Is the preferred map for the Dirt Tech, I believe, over Condrel from most players.
Yeah, this is a very, very tricky map. Like we said in the bracket round, this map threw some spanners in the works as well. It's just... Some of these corners are like, if you take the drift by about 5 meters off, you can hit the wall. And you lose all your pace right there and then, and that's your race over. The speed and just keeping your lines through some of these corners are the tough sections.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that finish line as well, Gex.
Yeah, that finish line. I think it's the toughest for me.
That last corner.
You have to have such a narrow margin for error on that, and we did see a lot of people fall to that as we went through this. So, really, really is crucial to get that final finish, or to decide that you can't and safe it immediately. You can't go anywhere between.
Yeah, and this is, in my opinion, this bracket that we are in here, this seed, we've got Pran and 42 in here.
We do. Yeah. 42 should be out ahead in this one, but that's what we thought going into seeding, and then Pran out of nowhere was very, very quick. And particular maps as well. Was this one of them? I think this might have been one of Pran's faster maps.
This is when Pran started going from here. But we also got Yuti and XY in here as well. A couple players that we didn't really see much of up at the front. But can they upset 2 of the main people here? I thought 42. I had him at least 3rd. Top 3.
Yeah.
But he hasn't quite been there today, consistency-wise.
It ended 6th out of seeding, which was bizarre. He was in that top 3 kind of expectations, so dropping a fair way back from that. And Pran actually taking his place as 3rd there. So going to be... I think we've got 3rd in Pran, 6th in 42. Where are Zyrex and Utix?
11th is Yuti, and Zyrex is down in 14th at the moment.
Yeah, so this could be brutal against those ones. I feel like behind 9th, there started to be a fair bit of a drop-off and consistency towards the back of the pack. So we are hoping to see that they can put a battle up.
Yeah, I really hope a big XY here can upset the seeding completely. He is the lowest seeding in this round of the seeding bracket, of the seeding rounds. But upsets do happen in this game. Like I'm going to keep saying it. Consistency is key here.
They've already happened. It's been nothing but upset.
Yeah. But if you're going off seeding here, Uti's pretty just off Albatross, and Albatross had some solid, clean lines in that last couple of maps there. But match is going to be starting any second now. Do 42 and Pran prove their seeding? Do they stay 9-2 in the seeding here in this round?
Could be interesting here as well, because we may not see all tracks here. We may not see all 5 come out in each match. It is first to 100 points here, and if you don't see that in your preferential maps, it could go either way between Pran and 42 here. I think the earlier maps we watched, 42 was far faster than Pran. It wasn't a competition between the two of them. And yet later on, Pran had consistency where 42 was making errors. So this could be interesting. We're watching that warm up now, and here we go.
Oh, lucky it was a warm-up. I was about to say, 42 has clobbered the inside wall, and he had to reset all the way back to the start.
I don't know if 42 realizes that he has the space to spare sometimes. He has some really quick lines, and then he's not willing to safe it after that point. He's going for a world record every run.
and that's the thing, though, about Trackmania. You are so hyper-focused on your lines in the run that you don't know where other people are sometimes. You don't have the time sometimes to look up at the splits to see where they are. Sometimes you just have to push your line and hope for the best.
I see Pran even in the warm-up able to hit that early entrance, that's going to be so crucial, just getting that finishing line right. And that costs so many people. In a pack of 15 cars, that costs so many people. I can only imagine that consistency may be out the window as far as that finish goes in a pack of only 4.
But we are in round 1 here. This is the live round 1. I think you might need to fix the overlay a little bit here, Gex, mate, to get it back on. But she will be fine. I'll get you going. 42 and Pran are both looking solid out here early. 0.4 ahead of everyone else on the field. 42's just looking ahead of Pran, but Pran's got a great lot of speed here. But again, 42 is just, like you said, he's been consistent in these earlier maps. This is Pran holding here on his dirt section. Very hard to get a good line exit here. He goes for the speed, has the pace, goes a bit early, and that's going to cost him a bit of time on the exit. 42, does he hold the inside? This finish line could cost and make and break.
There is 42 taking the first round. Interesting to see that that's coming out, because Pran kind of this map, and maybe exclusively this map, I thought that Pran would have a big advantage here.
Yeah, he did have the edge in the seeding bracket round. He did have the edge on this one, but 42. Now it matters here. I think that's where 42 is going to start hyper-focusing. That it really does matter, these placements here. Especially in a four-man lobby. Points really do matter. First and second is where you want to be every single round. It's the only way to get out of these seeding brackets.
It's interesting, 42, I think, was pushing himself so hard in the seeding phase simply because he was up against the likes of Iridium and Spark. However, now you drop into the matches, into these 4-player matches, and when he's only got Pran to contest with, maybe he feels a little bit more relaxed. In saying that, not his round right now.
Yeah, but he just had a beautiful run. He knew when he needed to push it, and he's caught Yudi there a little bit. And he just has that pace on the back end. Pran just showing speed and consistency, not pushing too hard, but just knowing he had that lead there to work. 48.3, still a decent time to chuck down.
Yeah, Pran getting some safer lines towards the end there, just making sure he can get that early exit, because that would have been about the only thing that could have maybe gotten 42 back that position at the end, I think. But we know that Pran has consistency with that finish line, so it might be the only person that I could say that about of the entire 15-player sign-up.
But again, you got to think about it. 42 does have the world record coming into this map. Still.
Yep.
He has to be the one that shows this consistency. But Pran taking a round off him to make it 16-16. Going to have to get a couple wins here, but they're side-by-side. 0.05 between them. This is about as close race as you can get. And they're just going different lines. Pran looks like he took an inside line. He's got a bit of pace. Gets him better for that line. But again, this is side by side. The different lines are showing. Pran's going to run a bit line here, trying to get the drift off the corner, get a little bit more speed. Oh, he's had a mistake. He's hit the inside wall. 42 should have this one in the bag if he doesn't make a mistake here. Hold that line, and it's beautiful.
And Pran can't make the early exit either. Zyrex? No chance there. Zyrex not going to be able to make it just a little too far. behind, but did actually make that upper exit and closed the gap substantially between himself and Pran.
Again, like we were saying, the higher two seeds at the moment are showing why they're the higher two seeds in this bracket, in this round as well. But again, 42, he's making some mistakes, but he somehow, it's working in his favor. Pran's also making mistakes. They're both not driving to their full abilities right now, in my opinion.
No, I would agree. Pran and 42 seem quite nervous about each other right now, to be honest, pushing themselves. And it's not even mistakes as far as touches go, but there's line errors coming out here. And a consistency in that line is going to be huge. Pran going wide there, we weren't narrow earlier, and did lose time on that. Now picking it back up. Huge again, though, through there from 42, but did have to turn harder at the end and may have lost a bit of pace off it.
Yeah, 42's clipped an inside wall there. That slowed him down. This could open up the doors for XY. He has the pace. Pran's made a mistake. That is huge for the points.
That's on me. I said that Pran had consistency with that finish line. That's on me. I apologize. I cast him too hard. Yeah, he lost that exit because of me. Zyrek actually able to pick up a few points there into this competition.
And like I was saying, sometimes they don't look at the splits. Pran had so much time to work with in the lead there, but decided to still send it a bit too hard into the last corner, made him awkward. He's missed a finish, and that set him back 2 positions. It was almost a second ahead into the last corner. Just like that. But again, XY is not that far off Pran, actually. That really helped XY bring it back in closer.
Open world now, as we do head into our warm-up for this one. Has been, again, a kind of interesting map as far as consistency goes, so I'm looking forward to seeing if Pran can hold on to the gap here between himself and 42 and maybe reel that in.
Yeah, he might. He's 10 points behind now. That's a full win.
Yep.
That's a first place in a round right there. That's going to be tough to reel back in. If 42 can just stay consistent, and this is another good map for 42, has the world record again.
And again, Pran probably isn't too concerned about taking a second place here. He knows he'll go through into the next round, but you want to do so in as scary a fashion as possible. You want to intimidate your opponents as you move through this. The pressure is high under competition as it is. If you can make that higher on your opponents than yourself, you're going to come out with less mistakes than them.
Yeah, hopefully that does happen. But XY has showed a bit of pace there in that last couple of rounds on that first map. He really surprised me. Yudi can't quite get the run that he needs here on these maps. Believe it or not. I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah, Yudi has been trailing a little bit, but it may just not be his map as well, that last one. I feel like the maps have enough major differences between each other that you will see some players majorly prefer one map over another.
And the best thing I like about... Pran takes that very tight. I think 42 has had a little mistake here. Not really. Never mind. He's caught up here. He's got a great run for that dirt section. He has the pace from the inside. Same speed here. Pran has a better run.
Dead heat.
It's going to be
low. Oh my goodness. Nothing in it. 300ths of a second there. And yeah, there's Pran getting up ahead here. And he needs it, like you said, 10 points behind.
Great round.
Till this point, and will gain some back. That's 4 against 42 here, and only separating them by a few now.
Yeah, not much between them at all at the moment. XY still holding on to those third places, getting it over Yudi. But it's all up to these top two. They're just fighting for the positions. I feel like they're going... I was just about to say it. I feel like these two fighting each other are going to make them have mistakes. And there's one by Pran. He has there's one major one.
That is the worst mistake I have seen out of any of this top-end pack. And Pran is running away with this for free without making a similar mistake.
I shouldn't be talking about mistakes because they happen and Pran's made another one. Yudi has a chance now to go for the win. Go on, Yudi. Underdog.
Zyrek.
Go on, boys. They're fighting for the lead here. The two underdog seeds.
They've got to hold it.
Pran's got the corner.
He makes it back. Are you joking? But Yudi has come from the back of the pack to take a second place here. What a mare of a round for 42 and Pran, though. What happened there?
Nerve-breaking round, and that big mistake from 42 has opened the doors for Pran, and now he's in the lead.
Crazy round. Crazy round.
I'm never going to say they both find each other and making mistakes. I like that. Again, they both made it happen.
1 point difference between them now, with Pran leading, like you said, taking that back.
I wanted Yudi to get that win there. I wanted my boy to get it.
I know. Would have been great to see that backpack catch up. Close this up a bit.
The gap they've got from the group now. Not a drift there from Pran. These different line choices.
A great one from Zyrek, actually, to try and keep up, but a mistake made out of that extra pace.
Yeah.
And Pran and 42, the competition again, but a clean one from 42.
There's the new best time of the session, 44.0. That is quick. That is really fourth fastest time. Wait, let me just double check. This is open world. That is the fourth fastest time ever on the track.
Wow.
Pran just upped his PB, and he's got the fourth fastest time on the records there, chat. Insane time from Pran.
That's insane. Here we go again. Pran now in second. 42.
Was that 42?
It was 42 that got that.
That was 42.
Record. Yep.
My bad, chat. My bad. I was just double checking.
And I'm expecting 42's PB on this to be quite high. Would that have been a PB for 42?
Nah, 42 holds the record with a 43.7.
Yep. So chasing his own PB here, though, and world record. Pran out in front for a moment. This is actually a very, very good competition between 42 here. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yep, again, Pran with a little bit of mistake, but mistakes are happening behind him, so second place is still in his reach. But 42 is just got to take his time with this and take that lead even further.
Pran knew had a bit of space to work with there for that second as well, and just takes it safe for that final line into the finish as well. So this is starting to separate itself again here with 42 running away a bit. But Pran, I feel like depending on what the next track is that we see come up, still in contest for this well and truly. I
feel like you would really like Sky Harbor here. I feel like he would really like it.
He absolutely would.
Yeah. Daybreak is Pran's favourite map.
Mudvayne. Here it is. This one I feel like 42 has a distinct advantage in. 42 was very, very quick on this in qualifying.
Their fastest times are 0.0... They're very close. 0.03 something. 0.030. Wow. Very, very close 42 and Pran on this track. So this could be very, very close between them. Anyone's game here. 42 is not even game to give away his strategies. He's going to go late. Yeah. I respect it. That is the ranked mindset I like. I do that in my ranked games, in my ranked queues. That is fair.
Fair, and all things fair in love and war, you reckon, hey?
Game respect games, brother. Game respects game.
True. I hate to say I want to call you out and be like, what game? But you've got me beat by such a massive margin in each map. I don't want to talk about it. I'll sort that later. It's all right. I'll dock your pay. I'm joking. We're good.
This guy. No, here we go. It's all love over here, chat. Me and Gex have casted multiple events together. Trust me, we get along very well. I've known this man for years.
Yeah, this is a close relationship here, and hopefully a close race as well. Let's see if Pran can keep up. 42 does have that record here out of the two of them, but like you said, very close, and huge early mistake. But, first run of this map, could be anything by the end of it. 42 actually struggling to get back second here, though, could be major. Yeah. Will not struggle, actually, to get back that second.
Made a mistake, my boy.
That was huge, yep. Oh, my goodness,
I'm
and
an
again.
Underdog lover.
Yep.
42, it's looking like this map is a bit more difficult than the others in my opinion
as well. Pran is so far ahead, it's unbelievable. He has just continued pulling away.
53.4.
That is unbelievably fast. That is a
That is
massive
solid.
run by Pran.
Top eight
Really
time.
quick.
That's a top 8 time.
We have been seeing that, but this is first run of the track.
Yeah.
Normally it takes a couple before you start seeing them that fast. Oh no, Zarek! No, not like this.
Oh, it's a big mistake from X there. And that brings Yudi. Yudi's got him on points now. He's bundled down to the bottom two. I don't mind it. Like, they're not fighting for the position to move on in the rounds, but they're fighting for their will here. Integrity. Oh,
Yeah.
Perez makes an early mistake here.
Oh no.
It's not in the worst
42
spot,
hasn't
though.
been clean every time, though. There's still the chance for it to come back around and bite him. He's got to just keep things safe from here on out. He has a bit of a lead. Utik's actually keeping a pace here, and Zyrek
Pran's
going to
pushing
get pushed back. Pran pushing massively
very
here.
hard. He has gained probably a second on 42 now already.
This is
Oh,
crazy
and he's hit the
fast.
wall again.
Oh, no.
He skimmed it.
It is
He's
a slow
skimmer.
section of the track, which maybe benefits where that mistake occurred. But
he's hit
again,
another one.
he just keeps getting these tiny touches. Going to
He's
keep
getting
him
away
back.
with it, though.
And somehow the gap is only similar to last game, but the other way around.
This is a track where you can get away with these wars because a lot of slow sections and a lot of tech. You got to take your time with it. There's not much fast exits coming out of it because you got another corner coming up. As Yudi had to take the lower one. Didn't quite make the jump there for the short finish.
Yeah, Zyrek at least made it this time. Didn't bounce off the finish line. That's always just that is brutal.
Tired.
That is brutal.
Third and fourth tied on 36 points each at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not quite where they wanted or how they think. Oh, Pran!
No!
Bad
that is
spot.
not what you want to see. Utek's a good line to catch some speed here off the outside edge, but 42 seems to have this fairly well. Utek's trying to pick up at least a little speed there, but only really gets in that section of gains for a fraction of a moment.
Oh,
And
Pran's got
keeping
a
up, but
long way to go.
42 is just increasing the lead here.
Yeah. Too consistent on this map. Not many mistakes happening here for 42. Came in as a
keep an eye on
lower
him.
seed, if I'm not mistaken, as well, than Pran.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
out of
it's
seeding.
third.
Yes, correct. 42 dropped a long way. I think 42 was 6th to Pran's 3rd. And yet expected absolute opposite of that. So,
Got
yeah,
it.
really interesting.
Pran's coming across the line now. Does take the 3rd position. Not much of a point loss there for him. Didn't lose to 0. So you can't complain. He's still safe at the moment. But no one's at the point yet.
Is
No
that
one's at
the
finalist.
first, second place Utex has had? Possibly
Yes.
there? Yeah, a
Pretty sure
big
it was.
finish there from Utex, actually. However, you'd rather not do it off of mistakes from others, and that is kind of the case there. It was inconsistency from Zyrek and Pran that kept him in that race for second.
As we speak nicely on Yudi as well, he makes an early mistake, sadly. But it's up against Pran. He's on catch-up mode against 42. But he's got the speed.
Oh,
He's got the
great
line
landing.
here.
Great
Beautiful
landing.
line. He got the low airtime as
Yeah.
well. He's nailed that section.
Yeah, low transition is always
This corner's
super
tough,
crucial.
though.
And major speed gain out of that one. This is a decent lead here. 42 still chasing. Pran just has to be really careful of those little wheel touches.
42's got
Last
speed.
section.
He's going low. He's
Oh
going
my
low.
goodness,
42.
this is close.
Oh, go on.
42.
Do it to him. Oh, he's done it. What a run. What a run. 42. That is the comeback that's the best comeback I've seen tonight. That is insane.
Oh my goodness, 1/260th of a second there. Gained at the last possible moment by 42. What a run. And that is going to secure
He's
42
finalist.
his first finalist position here. One more win and he is through,
It's not on his
guaranteed.
map. He would have loved to have finalist on that map, but now we're at
He
Sky
only needs
Harbor.
one. He only needs one first. I don't think there's been a map where he hasn't gotten one.
Yeah, we're at Sky Harbor now. This is a map that can throw some spinners into the
Yeah.
works, this one. But 42 does have the fastest overall time. Pran hasn't got AT yet on this map, which could be the deficit.
Yep.
But AT is very tough. Only 4 people have it in the world.
Yeah, AT on this one is nuts.
Tough.
You need to slow down on this one, mate. This is
Who got the pro
big
players?
ask. That's a big
to do
ask.
ATs.
Pushing it with worlds times on authors. That's what we want to see.
When you see 4 people in the tournament have the AT time, you know it's a tough map. And it is a very tough one. I reckon this section here that 42 is doing, that grass section, can really make or break. Which the section before the ice is like the main one.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, there is always the opportunity for the mistake on the ice. We've seen a number of players run wide on the ice and get that wall tap. Yeah. And it may not look like that much of a slowdown, but it is a slow portion of the track in general, and you have to conserve absolutely every bit of momentum through that section as you can.
And as I was saying, 42 does have the fastest time out of the group here on this track. And it's showing out early. He has a 0.1 on him at the start. Don't want to get air there to hit that engine block.
Oh.
If you hit that engine off zone, it's very bad. Pran with that beautiful stunning line on that inside. Has the speed as well. This could really push him ahead of 42.
Outside line around that pole, and Pran holding it well. Follow Cam on now as we go through that undersection.
42 going to win me.
Pran out ahead. Might be
mistake.
able to, oh my goodness.
42 might get finalist. He might get it.
That's
it.
He
might be through.
He is secured it. There's no way back for Pran here. He doesn't even have the pace to make the jump properly at the end here. And that is major. That is huge. 42 was already out ahead by so far. Pran needed to reel that in if there was any chance here, but Pran now looking to just lock in that second. He's got that by some margin. I don't see that being an issue, but an enormous accomplishment by 42 here, really solidifying the consistency that we wanted to see, that we didn't really see from 42 in the qualifiers.
Yeah, I did give him a bit of a nice little rap before this tournament started. He was around the top 3. That's Pran with a massive mistake. That is huge. That is really going to open the doors.
Oh, Pran is out of this race.
It's all on XY and Uni here. They could win a round. Who's going to get it? Judy with an amazing line. He's going to have to pace going into this corner. Does he get to the drift? Takes his time. Little bit of space given on the outside. Could have taken it a bit quicker, but holding off Xy behind him. They're pretty close here, Gex.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going for a PB or anything here. However, he is absolutely going for a win, and those little tiny bits of safe section may be the choice to make when you're battling it out against Zyrek here. And Yudi looking to lock this in. He's gone wide. Zai with the chance, and he's gone wide as well. This is going to be Yudi's by default here.
No, he hasn't. He's made a mistake.
You've got to be joking. It's going to be close. There it is. There it is. He's got it. Very, very close, though. Yudi gets it back off them, both making the same mistake at the same spot there. But the big news there being Pran not making it to the finalist position.
Pran had a great opportunity to make finalists there, but that massive mistake. He also made a second mistake during the run, which has pushed him back down to 9 seconds behind. It was impossible to bring that one back on a short map like this. Over 50 seconds this map is. And yeah, mistakes like that can really cost you early, as now he's not going to let anything happen. He's driving safe. He knows he has to pace over the other two. You just got to play it smart here.
Zyrek has actually proven that he has some really nice lines here for pace, but he has to string them together. You're seeing them one at a time. Each run is not going to be enough against Pran when he stops making the mistakes, and he seems to have done that now. Pran well out ahead, looking to secure the finalist position and then take it possibly next round, and it's looking good for him here. Great section through the ice. And straight into the dirt. Great transition there, low. Yeah. And this should be a perfect finish here, straight through the early gate.
55.1. It's still a decent quick time, but a conservative one. It's not quite AT time, but still decent. As Yudi might have made a massive mistake behind X.
Somehow Yudi has come up in front of Zai there. Not the cleanest run from the back two on this track.
Kelv. Chat's calling him out. That's only 4 people in the world have the AT here. I'm gonna help my boys. I'm gonna support them. Only 4 people in the world have AT.
Yeah, it's really tough,
Let
guys.
my boys live. Let my boys live.
I swear I've made that mistake. Definitely.
Yeah. They're driving quicker times than me right now. I've got no hope on this track.
Pren's
looking solid on finalists here. This might be the round. Oh, that was flat.
Super flat here. Zyrek trying to chase up behind, some distance behind, but at least being clean with this. Yudi's made the mistake and fallen back here. And Pran well out ahead. This narrow section through the grass, such a killer, makes it with millimeters to spare off that back wheel and straight onto the ice. Great angle.
Conservative. He's going a bit wide. He just knows he has space to work with. He's just got to take his time here for this last section. And Pran is the second one that's going to go through in the first seeding round that we have seen tonight.
And it was a beautiful finish there. That is a very, very fast last run on this track as well. Yudi is out of this one. Zyrek actually didn't come in too far behind comparatively to other rounds and not making the mistakes that we'd seen in that final sector. But there it is. First place with a massive lock-in from 42. Super early out of this one and into the next round, and followed up by Pran.
Yeah, congratulations to both the ones that moved through, but to the ones that couldn't quite make it happen this time, I hope to see you back next time. And yeah, there's not much. They had the time. They just couldn't put the runs together, Gex. They had the lights. Both of them really did. I was watching them a couple, but 42 and Pran were just showing their consistency there. Knowing when they needed to go, knowing the pace they needed to go. Like Pran was just playing safe for those last 2 runs just to make sure he can get across the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And the right choices made, really, to just secure that second place. Once he was out of contest for first, he just make it work where you have to make it work. So, yeah, a great finish there. And we will see them moving into the next round. I'll quickly have a look over at our live updates here to see if we've got results from any other games this round. Not looking to be the case, so we will update you on those as we go through. But yeah, the first one to finish out here was that game number 3.
Yeah, we've got another one as well. Nami and DB have both moved through as well. Prime and Instinct getting knocked out. It was very close between them. DB and Prime was only separated by over just 26 points. So not far at all.
And Instinct to the back of that one as well. We did actually see a few close runs to excellence in the qualifiers from Instinct, but was trailing that one, unfortunately. But yeah, great run from Nami and DB. We know that DB, at least on his own track, has some crazy speed. Back half of qualifiers was excellent, so we will be seeing that match up with the other qualifiers to move through from their rounds into our last one there as well as we move forward. But that will be it for right now. We will be back after a quick break. Lumids, I think we've got a little left in us, and we got to see what the setup looks like for tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a couple more coming before we head tomorrow. We got a couple more seeding rounds to go through, but tomorrow is where it really, really does matter. Those placements, those first, second, and third podium. That's where you want to be. But we'll all see. But it's up to you. See how we go.
Absolutely. So we are going to go for that quick break here, and we will see you in the next round after the others have finished up. Don't go anywhere because it is going to get closer and closer as we get towards the end of this one. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, everybody, as we head into our second round for our upper brackets, and we are going to be seeing some interesting stuff out of this one, Lumids. This is quite the matchup. Very early. Like this could legitimately, based on our seeding, have been our final. Yeah, absolutely.
This is grand finals. This is finals. Why is this early? Like, I know it's upper bracket, but this is built different, this one. Cran, Iridium, DB, and Spark.
Yeah, I'll put this in our match intro screen so that everybody can see what's going on here. This is crazy. This matchup is insane. Yeah,
and again, judging by the times here on this map, on Mudvayne, if we're doing this map first, Spark and Iridium, Spark's clear by nearly 2 temps on this.
Wow. Yeah. Actually, speaking of, I'll chuck us into the intro for this map so everybody can have a look how it works. But yeah, this is definitely one that we will see Spark come out on top of. I feel like he was so consistent on this.
Yeah, it's just a very tough map to get down consistently. And yeah, Spark holds the record by nearly 0.2 here, which is ridiculous in world records. Wow. And Pran and DB are 0.6 behind each other. 0.06 behind each other on this map as well. So there's going to be a tough battle across the field. But like we always say, Gex, consistency is where it shows.
Yeah,
Spark and Iridium could maybe have an upset here. They could have not a good start, and that could cost them this whole seeding round.
Yeah, Dirt and Tech here as well, which is Spark's specialty here. So not super surprising that he has gone with the preference on this. But there's a couple of people here who like this track. I think Nami is actually the only one that put the only other person here that put Mudvayne as their favorite map, but Spark definitely did.
Yeah, Nami is the other one with this one favorited as their favorite track, which is surprising, but I understand it because some of these corners are just so tough to get correct and consistently, and the transitions through some of the checkpoints, you have to hit it through the triangle. Like, it's tough to get.
Especially with speed. Like, if you make an error just to make it through without a major error, you will have to slam on the brakes to get that line back in order. It's certainly one that you have to have a lot of discipline for.
I love this say from Curiosity here. DB's map knowledge might come into play. Yeah. He is the creator of this map.
He is the creator, absolutely. And I think this is rough as well as a finalist run, because DB, I think DB is an excellent racer here, but he is up against the best of the best with Spark, Pran, and Iridium. Pran was up in second at one point of our qualifiers there, and Spark won it in the end. So, I don't know, Iridium was the number one in our qualifiers for the vast majority of it. This is brutal.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for DB. Like you were saying, he's a very underrated. Like, came strong in the last couple maps in the seeding bracket to seed him into this position. But I do believe there could be upsets. Like Pran, you can't go past Pran. Pran's solid as. He had a couple mistakes in the one we were watching when we were casting it live last round, but he can perform when needed.
Yeah, especially if he gets Daybreak, I think there's a good chance for Pran here. Yeah. The last 3 maps, Pran did absolutely magnificently on. If he can get those all to come out, there is a good chance of him getting into, I think, probably the second spot. I would be surprised if he took out first, but I definitely think that he could hunt down second here. He's in contest for it.
It's all going to come down to Spark here. Does Spark come out of the gates firing on all cylinders, or does Iridium really put it on him? Like, I feel like if they push each other like we seen in the last round, they could make each other have those mistakes that could send them back even down to 4th. We watched it happen.
Yeah.
As we are hopping into the warm-up now, so we are going to see the lines they're taking. Some of them are waiting behind others to get their lines, so they're not showing the way they're doing it. I don't know. This is easily, in my opinion, the toughest matchup we are going to have on stream probably tonight.
Yeah. I mean, sending some of these people down to lower bracket this early just doesn't feel fair, but we do only have 15 players here, so you have to split it up eventually. There will end up being some great players down in the bottom half. Only 2 players can come through the upper bracket into the grand final, so we will see that. But let's get into the game as we start up now. This is going to be a crucial one to start off well on, and Mudvayne, this could be really anybody's here, but I think Spark is looking very, very good for it.
Yeah, Spark's had an amazing start here. Couldn't ask for anything better. Is that Iridium? I don't have names. I'm trying to fix my stream here. It's broken. Sorry. But we're still going around. I'm trying to go with DB.
It is Iridium in the front there. Spark
Yeah, he did
now following up in second. Actually, Iridium just pulling really, really consistent lines here. Wow, reined that in at the last moment there. I thought we'd seen an error from him, but Spark just slowly reeling him in with slightly faster lines and might have him in this last section here. In fact, it does look to be the case. Has to be a perfect finish through the finish line, though, and takes it. Iridium in second and Pran in third, but actually a quick race from Pran as well, only half a second behind.
Yeah, Pran's not being that far off. Hopefully I fixed this. It was a bit buggy on my end. Sorry, I fixed it now. But we are back. But it was a close one. Anyone's race again still.
Yeah. This particularly as a starting map is going to be quite lethal to DB, though. I feel like this is not what DB would have wanted as first map coming in here. And for DB to have a shot against these three monsters on track, DB had to get his preference of tracks right off the bat.
100%, and this could work into DB's favour. It is a track he created himself, but we've seen... Oh, it's a big mistake from Pran. That could cost it. Opens up the door. Spark has a bit of a lead here, but Iridium is shutting down the door very quick at the moment. DB still holding on for third. Spark doesn't make any mistakes. Spark's just so consistent. Too quick. Lower line as well. We've seen that work out in the last rounds. That lower line and through that last corner can really help. And yeah, still the top two. Not much between them. Spark and Iridium still looking solid.
Spark actually managing to pull away more that time than the first time around as well. Spark just seems to be getting, as much as he's keeping consistency, he's also upping the pace each lap around. So he's certainly feeling himself on this track. It is a favourite for him.
Yeah, and the fact they're doing 52s and so on is quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is a very quick time on this map, chat. Anything below a 53.1 is zooming, in my opinion. As again, Spark with probably the best start again. Iridium's had a bit of a mistake. He has a lot of room to make up now. Iridium's nearly a second behind here, Jigex.
Yeah, crazy run here from DB, actually. Did take second from Moment now, fighting for it back again. Spark might actually lose a position to Pran here. Takes the inside line. Pran is pushing this. This could be lethal. If Pran can make this work, he might be able to really guarantee a second place out. If he can make this kind of thing happen, but it will be, will be second place. DB had his shot there at a third, but doesn't make the final transition. It's your map. You know how that works.
Yeah. Not the map creator.
Shows how much they're pushed to, though. Like, DB knows how that works and still pushed to his absolute limit there to just keep third.
He knew what he needed to do and he sent it, but couldn't quite get it down on the pack. But Spark, I think, has won every round on this map. Has looking unbeatable right now.
Spark.
If I'm not, it is every round.
Yeah, I mean, Spark came out as first in our qualifiers and predicted first as well there. It wasn't a great start out of the map pack, but as soon as we kind of hit this here, Spark started to move his way up and got it by the end. Iridium was the one to really hold him off for the longest point of time there and held first right up until that last moment. And now is holding first on track again, maybe able to take some points back from Spark here and keep himself in the race for first qualifier.
Spark is absolutely sending this right now. He has speed. He has the pace here. He's going to go to outside, inside again. Does he get the speed? But no, Iridium has a good line as well. Iridium takes that one. Needs that a little bit for he's confident, I reckon, going into these next rounds.
DB maybe forfeiting this one.
2.7?
That's
the second fastest time ever on the map.
That's crazy.
That's the second fastest time on the map.
Which has to be Iridium's PB, right?
It is pretty much. It's 0.3 off it.
So he already had second place and he nearly improved on that second place.
That was a 0.003 off his time.
He's going to be filthy he didn't get his PB on that.
that was legit, chat. The third ever fastest time on the track. That blows my mind. In rounds. in rounds is insane.
From the guy who already holds second too, so it's that proves some consistency. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen that consistency pull through here and now. Like, Iridium has to keep that pace up. He does not have the option. He must keep that pace up.
But again, coming into this map here, Sky Harbor. I think this is another map DD created. It is.
Yep, straight from one to another.
Yeah, and Iridium holds the world record time by 0.15 here. So it's still a decent little gap here against Spark. So Iridium might have the advantage coming into this, but this track does not hold mercy to any little mistakes.
Oh, 5 seconds out from our first run of it, and this is actually the one that we saw DB do really well on, though. DB has definitely put the time into his own track on this one to come out and prove himself. This coming out in the map pack before that first qualification was crucial to DB having a chance here, and I think it still will be. DB keeping up with the front of that pack, certainly. And different line to everybody else through here, but he has proven that his lines have been very, very good. Spark just keeping out ahead, that nose.
Oh, that's perfect through there. He's got the widest line he could have possibly got. The pace he has compared to everyone else is insane. But again, that mapper, DB is hunting, so is Pran. Iridium's not having the best run here. Over 2 seconds behind. Oh, big mistake. Was that Pran?
Pran is falling back. There's still a massive gap back to Iridium, though, who just barely sneaks in to third place here, but it's DB and Spark up the front.
He might not make the jump.
Can DB hold second place with a late finish? Just barely he does.
Yeah, DB got lucky. There was mistakes behind him. He had a mistake going on the dirt hill to the finish line. He could have caught Spark. He gained a little bit. But winning a map, winning a round here, that 10 points compared to what, the 4? It's a ridiculous amount that you would need. Spark is just clobbing it away at these points now. But Pran and Iridium are pretty close. They're all close here, actually.
DB.
Second place.
Particularly the early section of this track, DB really has good lines for, but Spark was so far ahead by the end of that one, it was actually kind of ridiculous. Just almost perfect lines. And again, Spark so wide on that and nearly clipping the right-hand side as well. DB has the chance to get back in here. The booster as they run underneath that loop-the-loop, though. And DB out in front here has the pace. Can he hold it? Has to get the inner line on the ice, though, and doesn't. He's going to lose it on the outside.
Pran and Iridium have done the inside line on the ice. Oh, Iridium's got it outside. They're side by side. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Iridium hit it. Pran crashed into the tree.
DB gets a second. DB just sniped second.
How? Pran's gone from first to last on the finish line. On the finish line, he's hit the tree and he's gone from first to last.
That is brutal. It shows how close everybody was there. There were no major mistakes made until that tree.
That was a great round. That was side by side the entire track. Here we go again. DB with a beautiful
really
start.
fast, yeah.
But look at it. Spark's line through this section is amazing. But he gets a bit more height here, but it forces him out wide. Goes inner. Oh, Iridium's got pace.
It's this here, though. This is what really brings Spark ahead every time. Outside edge. And oh my goodness. DB. Everybody is starting to catch that line now. DB out ahead. Iridium chasing in second. Underneath we go. And straight back to the grass. Inside line taken from Iridium. But I think DB might have the pace off that. Huge error.
Massive error from DB. Iridium still keeps the line. Spark's still close in hunting distance, but Iridium's got... Oh, no! Everything's happening here.
That's the one that's easy not to make. That's the error that you don't make at this level. No way. That's brutal. Brutal.
I'm speechless. Both with massive mistakes on the last section.
Iridium and DB sent to the back of the track. In that order.
That is so unlucky.
Spark now increasing the lead again. I really thought Iridium was going to close the gap there.
This is proven to be the toughest track in the map pack. None of them, no one has done the author time yet. That is a stat. No one has done an author time yet.
That's crazy.
Oh, Spark, massive mistake.
Really good line from Iridium, but he lost
Iridium's
a
got
lot
an engine block. He got the engine block.
Oh, no.
He had the engine off.
Yeah, he lost a ton of time through there, despite actually getting a fairly good line initially.
DB's
Straight
line is
underneath
amazing.
again.
Look at the
Isn't it
pace,
just?
goes wide.
And
Can he get the
here, he
inside?
always gets the most speed coming out there, but he needs to get the inner line through the ice.
There
I
we
think
go.
that's the biggest thing. And he does this time around.
Pran's lovely though. Pran's has got pace.
And the correction back onto the plastic as well was perfect.
DB holds it though. This round, could be anyone's map, this one.
DB saves it every time for the finish line though, and I think that could be killer.
Big mistakes coming out from the top two then as well. That brings Bran and a DB back into this a little bit. The gap is short, and remember, you got to get to 100 points to even reach finalist. You got to win.
Yep.
You got to get all the way to 100. There's still a long way to go.
And if we're looking back at last round, we had multiple triple finalist scenarios there as well. It was not an easy run to get through, and from some locations that were kind of surprising there as well. Round one, we only had 3 races in, but Curiosity actually getting in while Marshall Baines got ahead there as well. So we saw some really interesting stuff coming through from round one. What was the other one that we had? Multiple there. Albatross nearly knocked out Scorpion. That was crazy.
Yeah, Albatross almost upset a Scorpion, which was ridiculous to me. I was not expecting that one. I thought Scorpion was easily going to make it through, but just double finalists at the end, and Scorpion just pulled through.
Yeah.
But now we're moving on to, I think, is one of the aesthetically pleasing maps, in my opinion. Beautiful map design.
It really is. Daybreak.
Love the map.
Stunning. Yep.
Lost Soul, you cooked.
And again, Daybreak, I feel like, is going to be another one that benefits Spark here. Spark has been loving the dirt and getting the lines right on those edges to pick up as much speed as possible, time and time again. And I feel like we aren't going to see much different here. Spark has probably had his preference of maps pretty much from the beginning of this map set.
Question is here. Are we going to witness someone miss that short finish line? Are they going to crash into the wall? Are they not going to make the jump? Spark makes an early mistake. Hits the wall off the start. But this corner here can really catch people off guard. Iridium's flying here. He's on a great pace. But makes a mistake. Too far inside. Caster curses back at it again.
Clips his wheels on the edge of the platform as he cut the corner way too tight. Pran going to come up out ahead here. DB with a chance in second as well. This is looking so good from the two of them. Major mistake from Pran. Tries to cut it too early as well. DB, his first place coming out
Iridium's
here
behind
by the
him.
looks
Iridium's
of it.
coming.
Iridium with so much pace to chase.
Here we go.
It's going to come down to this final corner. It's going to come down to the finish line. Do they get it?
Iridium!
Yes, do. But Iridium out in front. DB denied his first position.
That was a great run from Iridium there. He was pretty far. I reckon he was about 0.3 behind the front two then. But Pran had an amazing run, but then just hits the wall. That little mistake cost him 7 seconds.
Really closed the gap up to third, though, for DB there. He's only 2 points behind Pran now. And realistically here, Spark probably expected at this point to get that first finalist position. That means that there might be chances to take on Iridium if Spark and Pran and DB don't get in each other's way here.
Yeah, you just don't. They just got to trust themselves to be the top 2 seeds here to move on. They are 1 and 2. They just got to believe they're good enough. They don't need to push to the extreme. They know they got a consistent time that could beat these fellas. Oh, as we say that, Iridium has a mistake.
Pran out in front now. And a chance at first. Good pace, good lines. An early drift here lets him run wide with the accelerator down to the floor, straight through to the finish line. As long as he doesn't make an error, that is a textbook finish. 48.368, a quick run from Pran.
Yeah, it was a great run from Pran there. 48.3 is a pretty solid time. 48.3 is about as a ninth place in the world. That's not bad at all.
Top 10.
Not bad at all.
It's a track that they aren't pushing the best times because they need that consistency now. They cannot afford to not have the consistency.
this first left corner right here, Gex, can really catch people off guard. Like, Exhibit A, Pran's gone. Pran's dropped on it.
Especially when you're pushing onto grass that you have to turn on, you need as much momentum as possible to be carried through that. What a line from Spark, but Iridium has the pace.
Iridium went down an inside line there, dived across hard. As we see, DB gets the line of,
major
can
overtake.
Hold it. Just a little bit of a slide here, get a little slide out, a little bit of a speed slide to get more speed. And he's free, it's in a battle. DB has pace. Go on, inside line, hold
Iridium,
it. He's got it.
Close.
Iridium sniping. Oh my god, he's done it again.
Just foot to the floor, and Iridium just will not allow DB to take her first. He's just denied time and time again. That is brutal.
Twice now he's been denied, but Iridium's really bringing this back into Spark.
Yeah.
It's 7 points between them now.
Very, very close race between these two in the top end here. Pran chasing up and starting to get a few more points in between him and DB again now. However,
but it's first place, just if you could just get one first place, if DB got those two first place, DB will be knocking on Spark's door right now. Spark's 100%. And Iridium's door.
Yep.
But cause Spark and Iridium are the ones that got that first place, DB's down in 4th.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Cause of those two. He got 2 sec. I shouldn't have said anything. Moving on. moving on.
Pran has the speed here. May make the pass on Spark and does so. Does he have the pace to keep it? Iridium now ahead and inside for Pran. Doesn't keep the pace though, and Iridium once again a 48.1 there, cutting down that 0.2 to what we have seen as the finishing kind of area there, those 48.3s.
5th fastest time ever on this track right there, chat. That is a great time. Great time there. 5th fastest ever in a round. Like, these boys are pushing it, eh?
Yeah. 0.1 flat. Yeah, crazy run.
Here we go. We haven't seen Chon for a while. I haven't seen this map for a while. It's great to be back.
Yeah. First corner, though, is deadly.
Dangerous.
First corner is, it's bizarrely deadly.
Instantly thrown into, you got to make this corner good, otherwise you're losing 3 taps.
I feel like the early parts of this track are chaotic enough that the rest of it is where you're just like, all right, time to get some consistency and hold the run I've already got. Like that's where you're at that point. By about 4th corner, maybe 5th. That's where you're at.
This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most tech maps, in my opinion. It is the tech. This is the dedicated tech map. But you can lose a lot of time, in my opinion, everywhere on here. Like, if you just take that uphill jump, that right hairpin wrong, that you're losing over 5.5.
Yeah.
The left one, the big left-hander, the hairpin on the wall, you're losing heaps of time there if you go up wide. It's the engine off and you have to do that drift to get it inside. It's just...
That's why we're already seeing everybody all over the track in the warm-up, because they're all trying to perfect these vastly different sections of the track. Let's head on in and watch this first round.
Come on now.
I have no idea who's going to really have preference here. I want to say Spark again, but I don't feel like this is one that is a huge preference for Spark. He's just been so consistent. It did come up later in the qualifiers, and this was the first one we went through. So maybe Iridium here would be my preference, judging by the qualifier.
And as you speak about Iridium, he had a little mistake there. He's a second behind, but can he bring it back in? Spark and DB are absolutely
There's only 1 point between them. It's crazy close in this top end.
Spark hits that line absolutely.
Pran is gone. DB, the only contest to Spark now in this first round. And will have it as well.
DB might get it.
That is one of the biggest errors I have seen on this track. That is an absolute wipeout. Both Spark and Iridium have had these massive wipeouts, and Pran must have at some point because he is somewhere else.
Yeah, Iridium had one at the start.
DB got his first.
DB got his first dub.
Finally.
That's all I'm happy for. He's done it.
Look at the leaderboard now.
There we go.
That's closing up.
He's done it.
That is massively closing up here. Iridium and Spark still 1 point apart.
Oh, big mistake from Iridium again. And
that's
Pran.
Good for everybody else. We have to see some big times from Spark and Preen here.
DB.
If we want to see our we're hoping for the at least 3 finalist position. But it's, yeah.
Might not get it. Spark and Iridium
DB's trying to make it so.
Iridium's 2
Here's a
seconds
chance.
behind him. DB's flying on this track. What is happening here?
Yeah, DB was nowhere near this quick in qualifier on this track.
No.
Not even close.
He's
what a
found
line.
pace.
What a
Oh,
line.
he's cooking. This is a heater. This is an absolute heater.
Sparks
Keep
wants
going.
more pace here, I think.
My.
Oh, this
Sparks
is going to
got
be close.
speed.
DB's got it. Again, 2 in a row he's taken now.
49.3. Whew. Decent times.
Oh my goodness. Look at the leaderboard. DB has just barely the chance to close this before that 100 is found. Spark and Iridium have to keep making mistakes though.
Pran needs to help out DB. Pran needs to help out DB. He needs to stay consistent as well. So when Spark or Iridium make a mistake, they get the 0 points. He needs to let them.
I feel like Caster Curse is playing a big role here. I said Iridium was the best in
DB
qualifiers
slow.
on this track. Iridium was unbelievable, so good. I'm just going to keep saying it until he keeps making mistakes. We need to see Pran and DB out in front. And it's happening. It's happening right now.
Pran's had a mistake.
Get back there, Iridium. Give us our 3-man qualifier.
Go, DB. DB has a good chance here. He's taken this line absolutely perfect before. Does he keep the pace? He's got a bit wide. Hold it. Iridium's too strong.
And that will be our first qualifier position taken here.
Finalist is up.
He has to, he has to finalize it.
Iridium's on finalist, chat. He needs to win to move on now. He needs to get this W.
Before Spark catches him as well, which it does not take much here. 5 points behind. I do think that we most likely, considering the consistency of the placements on this track, I think we see Spark in finals with Iridium before he locks that out. But anything can happen here. Anything.
Yeah, and especially with how DB's been going on this track. He's been showing potential. As Iridium is the last car on the track at the moment. Spark is flying. Iridium's got a great line here. Can he take this upper? He needs to go a bit outside, I reckon.
How is Iridium back in the pack?
Yeah, he's cooking at the moment. He has speed.
Good Lord.
He's got past DB. He's got past...
He's getting in everybody.
Pran's mistake. Pran's had a massive mistake.
Iridium's in second. Iridium closing on first. There's no way from the back of the pack with a major...
Oh my God, he's going to run. He's going to run.
He might have saved it too much. Spark.
Oh, Spark got him.
Goodness. 350th of a second.
How is he almost made that happen? How is he almost brought that?
What a run from Iridium. Unbelievable.
Great round. Now there's 2 finalists. Who's going to go on first? Who's going to take the top seed? That's the question. It's going to be on a different
My
map.
biggest question is, how do we top this? Like,
I don't know.
Everything has been so good so far in this competition. We've got to still move towards finals.
I'm stressing.
I am hyped up enough as it is.
Oh, I'm losing my mind. I'm stressing.
My question is, what do you want to see happen here, though?
Oh, I want the boys. I want a 4-man final.
Yeah, exactly.
That is my dream.
Because we're not asking for predictions here. Prediction here for me is still Iridium. But
yeah, I got Spark. I got Spark.
Righto. I mean, it's either or, isn't it? DB though. It's just nobody is. I don't feel like DB or Pran can get 2 wins out here.
Pace, yeah.
And it's not looking on this warm-up like the case either. But
not on this track either. This track they've been solid on consistently throughout the day. They're too good here.
Really tough ask. Really,
even in the
really
warm-up, look how close they are together in the warm-up. They are on each other. These front 2.
But Iridium and Spark only need 1 win here to finalise. And first place... Yeah, my bet's on Iridium. Yours is on Spark. DB wants to throw his name in a ring. Possibility still, but he would need 2 wins back-to-back, really, to put himself in contest for that. Whether that happens immediately or with some help from Pran in there.
That's just tough for both Pran and DB to be in this bracket. But they have performed exceptionally well against these 2 players. These 2 are like my favourites to win the tournament are Spark and Iridium.
Oh, error early from Spark. Gonna hold him back. Now we're praying for one from Iridium. As Pran does chase. And has some pace here as well, but there is a bit of a gap to make up.
Iridium's flying.
I feel like Pran went wide on that and just held the engine off too long.
Oh, yeah, he got it a bit too long.
Yeah,
He
no,
gets a bit of
Iridium's
air
got
there
pace
as well. Yeah, Iridium looks quick here. This is going to be, Iridium's going to be moving on, chat. First, Gex caught it, and Gex it happened. GG's to Iridium. A great time as well. 44.2 is solid as.
Yeah, really, really good one to finish on. And first round of open world as well.
That's world record. 44.2 is... No, it's not world record, never mind. It's top 7 time. Top 6, top 7. But GG's to Iridium. Well deserved. But can Spark follow? That's what the question is now. Does DB or Pran shut Spark down? DB makes a mistake. It's all on Pran. But Spark is looking quick here at the start.
Oh, good line. Good line from Pran. Chasing it around as well. Holding that momentum. There's a little more on
Spark's got speed in the engine.
This is crazy close. Neck and neck here. Anybody's game.
A
better line from Pran. Might just get him through. It's final corners here. He has to hold it. This is so close, but Spark might just have it. It's one corner to make it. It has to be a low transition, but Spark goes lower. And there it is. Spark and Iridium come out. And there's Iridium's first place into the next one as well. Spark will secure DB and Pran coming up third and fourth there, but a huge pushback from both Pran and DB at the end there.
Both of them, I think, are over 80 points together. That is something you'd never see in a 4-man bracket. A 4-person bracket, everyone being over 80 points is rare. Like, everyone else was over 70, other than that couple of the triple finalists that we had. But, oof. DB was... I like DB. I reckon he can go far. He's got potential. I like them all. These are too good.
Crazy thing is that we're only at round 2. So, theoretically, things just keep getting closer from here on out. So, an exciting tournament. This has been unbelievable so far. Even our lower bracket, I think, is going to be an awesome, awesome fight down there as well. We were having a look down there just before, weren't we, at... who was it that dropped down there? We were keeping an eye on, I think it was Marshall Beans and Curiosity.
Scorpion and Marshall Beans.
And Scorpion, Scorpion.
Army as well.
And that has actually already... sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was going to say that's already finished up. It has not.
I'm going to double check to see if we can... If there is another score. Albatross got a W over Instinct. Instinct sadly getting a loss there. But I think he was a bit sick today and cold. So I wish you the best, bro. And I hope you have a speedy recovery. But I believe Albatross is a great driver. He was putting up against some of the big names in this tournament, which is insane. But you got this Instinct coming up next round, bro. Yeah, you got next.
Yeah, huge. Uti actually got a bye that round, so that's pretty awesome for him there. Prime getting the win over Divi as well, 101-92. That's a close matchup there as well. So just getting through by the skin of their teeth, Prime there. So great effort there as they push into round 3. But man, we have had quite some first day here. The seeding round alone was insane, and we're only in round 2, finishing up round 2 here with some crazy, crazy stuff. If I have the chance here, let me just chuck us back on the caster screen, and I will see if I can get us into one of the other ongoing matches.
Match 2
right now. Match 2. If I can get us in there, let's have a look.
Match 2 is the information I heard.
Now. Yep.
So we'll join in that. We'll come have a gaze. We'll jump on into match 2 chat and
see
watch
how
the
that finishes up. Yeah, because this is a really crucial one here. And here we go. It is very close.
42 is leading.
No, yeah, 42 is now finalist. Actually, just gone in as finalist now. And Scorpid, looking promising for it, but there's not that much between him and Marshall.
No, not much between them at all. There's only really 10. That's only one win away for Marshall to bring this back into score. But at 42, can end the game, move on right here. We've seen him be absolutely consistent today.
Yeah.
I highly recommend him going through, and this is a good map to do it on. He's been solid on here all day. That's a beautiful line. This is peak performance from 42. Scorp's going to try shut this down, but Scorp 42's over nearly 0.3 ahead. Oh, big mistake.
Oh.
That might be it.
Yep.
That might be it.
42 was particularly strong in the first two maps of qualifiers, and this was the first map, so not surprising to see 42 come up very, very nicely here. And Scorpid had a tough ask there. Scorpid actually did have a really good finish through the qualifiers, or at least potentially. They're even getting ahead of 42 for a bit, but that was in the middle of the pack, and this is towards the start, this track, and yeah, 42 would have been my prediction here as well.
42 was my prediction, but we thought it was going to be close between Marshall and Scorp, and it's a little bit like that. But can Scorp get on finalist here before we switch map? I've only just jumped onto this one as well, chat, so we don't know what quite map round we are on. Oh, Scorp with a bit of lag. Ooh. But Marshall has a bit of mistake. This is going to leave the door open here for Scorp, but Marshall takes his inside line. Full risk. That was an insane line.
The payoff is there, though. Has to not break too hard,
both at the slow.
Scorpid's got the pace, though, to possibly finish this off. Marshall maybe a better line through the dirt, but only minorly is catching up, but needs to perfect just about everything here to close a significant gap now. Scorpid just setting a decent pace here for the last run. And, will be taking that into finalist position as well. Needs to just lock it out now.
Yeah, he just needs to hold on. He's got the pace a little bit against Big Marshall here, but if Marshall just gets a couple wins, it's going to be tough, though. He needs at least two. He needs two
and
wins.
only that gets him to finalists as well, so he'd have to have 3 in a row here.
That's even worse. Yeah, this is going to be tough.
It seems almost impossible to get 3 in a row against Scorpid on this map, but Scorpid leading early. That's going to be it. That's already going to be disastrous here. I don't see a full stop mistake coming out of Scorpid now. Just major. Coming out of Marshall, sorry. Now,
that's so unfortunate for Marshall.
Yep.
He was going so well today as well. But I'm pretty sure this is still an upper bracket. It is an upper bracket round, isn't it?
Correct.
So Marshall still has another chance, yeah.
Yep. So double elimination for everybody here. So yeah, at least he does get that extra chance. Scorpid going for the quick finish really, really nicely. Enters that final gate as well. And that is it. 42 and Scorpid closing out our match 2 of round 2. And that should close us out. See if that... did we see round 3 finish yet? Not quite. That would be Curiosity versus Zyrek. I do expect Curiosity to probably take that one out as well. As you said, Albatross already taking down Instinct in game number 4, Utix with the buy-in game number 5, and Prime 101 gets the win over Divi. So that is all games of round 2 finished now. As they start to separate, we will see lower bracket round 3 up next. So we'll start to see some of these guys that just want to get that second chance done and out of the way.
It's going to be enough. That one's going to be fat. That one's going to be good.
Righto. Well, I don't feel like there's too much more to say on that one right now. We have finalized everybody and seen the results of every single match out of this round. So we will see you again in 5 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. We will not be long. Hello everybody and welcome back. A little bit of a long round to finish off that last one as the Curiosity versus Zyrek went the distance. 96 points to 64 was the last update I saw, but Curiosity has finished it off and taken that position. So we are heading in now to our lower brackets for the first time, Lumids.
Yeah, we're heading into our lower brackets, which is going to be quite exciting here. This is to really see who makes it into the upper bracket, lower bracket final to see who makes it to finals. So if you lose here, sadly, your day is done. But if you win, you have a great chance for tomorrow. And that's what you want to see here. It's going to be a tough one. We've got Prime 7246 in here. We've got UT in here as well, Instinct and Zyrek as well. It's going to be a tough one here. But I reckon Instinct could get it here. That's my opinion.
Well, we're only waiting on Prime to start this one off as well. Zyrek, straight out of his last one, should be coming in with the most warmth in the tyres. But this actually could be an incredibly close lower bracket here. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to two of these races at the end, and only two will be going forwards. So, frankly, your guess is as good as mine as to who that's going to be. Instinct is the only one I would probably put as maybe a front runner for this.
Yeah, Instinct is the one I would say is the front runner, but we've seen UT and Zyrek perform in the first round. They went against Pran and stuff, which was very solid outings from them. But yeah, Prime was also won a round as well. So I don't know. It's got to be too close. I don't know. We're coming out to Mudvayne first as well, which is a great map. Very technical map to start off the round.
We started last round with Mudvayne as our first map as well, so going to be maybe a bit of a sign of things to come, but except we don't share any of the players from our last round, so I don't know, who will we see here? Yeah, no idea. I do think Instinct probably has that out ahead. Utix had a better run than I expected when we saw him in the upper bracket, though, so possibilities there. Prime would probably be my fourth, but realistically, other than Instinct, it's probably pretty close here for me, and will come down to map preference.
Yeah, it's all map preference. Some of these players we watched perform on other maps, and I don't think I've seen any of these ones really show much on this map. So I'm pretty keen to see how it turns out, but I've heard inside knowledge here that Prime and Instinct were beefing before the tourney. So we've got a bit of a grudge match going on in this round.
Yeah, prove it on the track. That's what they do. That's what they do in F1, right?
Yeah, that's it. Leave it on the track. Don't say anything. Leave it on the track. Let the ego show.
Yeah. Pump it up. Whoever wins this one will whatever the argument was, they win. That's all right. Let's get in here for our warm up of Mudvayne as we begin this lower bracket round, our first of the lower brackets, and see who we send packing.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I really like all these ones. We haven't seen much from Prime on stream. If I'm being honest, we have seen, even for Instinct, we've seen Utig and Zark. We've seen them before, and they've showed pretty decent pace. But Instinct and Prime, I don't really know, but I've heard good things about Instinct. But Prime did have a good, decent win before. Yeah,
I think Instinct's the only one that I've seen that really had good pace. I saw one good round from Utix in particular on one map. Zyrek, I just don't have that much information on, but we did see him creeping up in the qualifier list. Prime, I think even in the qualifiers, was towards that bottom end, though, and I was interested to see where that would come out. And he has dropped down into the lower bracket, and look, he's going to have to push it here to stay in.
I would love to see what Trat's prediction is in this lobby, in this round, because I really can't put a finger on like one that I really think is going to be way ahead, like a Spark or something that's just going to have the distance. But you see, just line choices here. Instinct has a different line choice compared to everyone else, and he's lost a lot of pace.
Actually, looking across at the seeding from qualifiers, some big maybe net issues there from Zyrek, well. I think, has pushed him way back. And now Udix and Prime battling it out, but Utix with a bit of a lead here.
Unix is on a decent run here. Prime still holding solid. Does make a mistake there as he says his name. I'm never going to talk. The caster curse is still with us in round 3. Why is it always me? But Utix now cooking in first. Gets a nice clean jump, taking his time. Knows he has space. Hits it under perfect time. 55.4.
We actually do write the script, the casters, and it's based on what our preferences are, and that will always come last. Look, I as much as I saw Instinct as probably the most promise shown out of this group, coming out of seeding, it was actually Utix at the front, then Prime, then Instinct, then Zyrek, in that order, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Out of our 15 qualifying players here. And Divvy got the bye in the last round, so I believe he's still in the upper bracket.
Yeah, he's still cooking. No, he's on match 1. He's in match 1.
Oh, sorry, is he? Yeah. Who was it that got
he's in match 1.
The bye?
Divvy got a bye in the lower bracket. You got a bye lower.
Oh, okay.
Round skipped.
Righto.
Oh. That happens.
And a match pause called here.
There's a match pause called.
Not sure what that was. It may be based on... we saw Zyrek just drop back.
And it is him. He is AFK.
Yep, I think this might be a tech issue for Zyrek here. In that
you
round
can see
1,
it when you're spectating him.
Yeah, I think it was only corner 3. Zyrek was starting to slingshot back with disconnect issues, and still seeing some major issues on track right now. So hopefully we see that sorted very, very quickly, but we are going to be sitting in this match pause until either it's sorted or he's just deciding to live with it.
Probably showed map preview again one more time. Well, we got a match pause real quick.
Yeah, we can bring that up. Mudvayne it was. Let's have a look at Mudvayne
Hopefully
again.
Zyrex can fix this issue he's having. I'm still on board with him. It's getting better. But there is a bit of spikes happening in the corners, which
still
is
seeing the
costing.
slingshotting.
Yeah, that's bad.
Zyrek looking like he's pretty much disconnected completely here, actually, for large portions of this.
Yeah, this is concerning here for Zyrex, which is not what you want to see. Having tech issues this far in the tournament, we're pretty deep in.
I'm not sure if what we're seeing on screen. I would assume that this is the pace car that you see when you run into the red gate at the beginning in the test tracks for this tournament. But not exactly sure who we're following through on this.
It could be Ortho. It could be the Ortho time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
if it's Ortho, we can go over to which one was it? Was it Conjural that has the ridiculous Ortho time, or?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable.
DB's made one as well. I think the first one of DB's maps has a pretty decent one as well.
Yeah, they are tough Ortho times.
Yeah, we are following the Ortho time. Yeah, it's a great Ortho time as well. It shows some of the decent lines, like this outside section.
Yeah, holding that perfectly through the right hand side of the dirt there on each corner.
And Chad, if you are just wondering what is happening, we have got a match pause going on. We have some tech issues happening, which is not really what you want to see, but it does happen. It's out of our control. But hopefully we can fix this very soon for you and get straight back into the action.
I am assuming that we aren't going to see any point changes out of that first one as well. The points seem to have been distributed already, and I don't think we're going to see anything be reverted there. However, Utix with the 10 points at the top has gotten an early start here, and being that he was the top of the qualifiers as well, probably a pretty good indicator for Utix here.
Yeah, Utix low-key cooking at the moment. Zyrex being the lowest seed in coming into this as well is the one that is having these tech issues.
I wonder if that was an issue there as well. You can't pause 15 people for the issue.
Yeah. It's
like
tough.
you can in the matches.
Especially when some of the mods are in the tournament as well. It is very tough to do that stuff. And I agree with you, Sam. I have that issue as well. I cannot drift. Sometimes it just doesn't want to go. It just doesn't want to go. It's a fair issue.
Yeah, it's a game problem, not a skill issue.
100%. It just doesn't drift sometimes. I'm telling you. I'll be holding that thing.
Zam is so happy with you right now.
No, because I understand his issue. We got to get this out. I'd be having my analog stick. Let me get this going. I'll be having this bastard fully left, and it doesn't want to drift. Someone explain to me.
Look, I don't appreciate with your times being so far ahead of me that you are making these issues up. I'm not.
Trust me. You understand. Zam's got my back. I understand. He understands me. It's pain. It's really pain. But yeah, we're still trying to sort out these tech issues. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Hopefully Zyrek can fix it, but it's not looking good, bruv.
Just wondering if we should switch over to match number 1.
Let's throw it up. Oh,
is possible. I'll put that to the staff and see what they think. But not much to talk about on track right now. You guys are just watching a pre-recorded run to set some lines for everybody on screen right now.
Yeah, let's get some topics going. Let's turn this into a podcast real quick. Well, we've got some tech pauses going on.
We do have permission to switch it on over, so I might go and have a look and see if we have a little better luck watching match number 1 here in our lower bracket round 3.
I think we're cooking. I think we're on in match 2.
Well,
I think we're on in match 2.
That's perfect timing.
We are on in match 2.
All right, I will jump.
Is this a live round? Am I seeing a live round? Can I get confirmation?
Does seem like we are. Zyrek's still having an issue, but I think we have decided to live with it.
We are sending it.
Get back into this right now on screen for you guys. Utic's out in front, Prime in second, Zyrek actually in third right now, so is dealing with the issues quite well. But an issue made on track there, made from skill.
Yeah, it's unlucky. The Instinct's a bit far back as well. Utix is absolutely flying. He definitely has the pace over everyone else in this lobby, in this match right now. Looks like the one to beat on, especially on this map. He's flying. This is actually a decent time here. Is this going to be AT at least? 55? Not far off, though. Not far off. That's a decent time. Better than my
55 flat, yeah.
Not bad. 55's decent.
What you want to see out from a lower round, at least, especially if you can do that consistently. And Utix taking the first 2 rounds back-to-back does suggest he might be capable of that. Yeah.
And Zyrek's coming out with 4 points from that round after those tech issues, which is not bad.
And he did still make an error there as well. He's not going to be warmed up, and I can't imagine that the mental is going well in this scenario, and it is certainly a factor in the tournament.
He's still slingshotting a little bit, but he's absolutely on a heater. As Utix is showing them how to do this line. Takes the outside. He's got to have the speed. He gets past him completely. Prime's with him. Prime takes it and takes the inside line. This is a great matchup here. Solid time.
The tech issues again from Zyrek, bringing him straight back to the back of the pack. I think he might have held his line if it weren't for that. Utix slides and loses his pace. And another touch on the wall there as well. Prime is out with a scorcher of a run now. And Zyrek just appears in second place.
How is he back there with his internet issues? Zyrek has pace, and he's frozen again.
Oh, right at the finish line too. There it is. It registers. He does get second. I'm sorry.
It's broken.
What are the times were so broken.
They didn't make it. That's why Prime and Instinct didn't make the finish line, and Zyrex somehow makes it through with the lag. I'm confused what is happening.
Yeah, Prime's net issues here causing chaos on the track. Instinct and Zyrek now are neck and neck for that third place.
Utix has
really
just
not
been dominating. Utix is dominating right now, 30 points. But he's a bit slow at the start here.
No! Oh. Had an awesome lead at the beginning there. Zyrek shoots to the front here. Really can't comment on whether Zyrek is going to be holding that. Certainly not going to be spectating him. We will
Utix is a far lead.
Prime's perspective here as Utix just, sends it out ahead again.
He's crashed. He did the wall.
Oh my goodness. Prime. He's got the pace.
Oh, beautiful. Come on, it's got to go down to the line here. Prime's trying to take it.
Poor line from
Prime. He's got pace.
He's picked it up in the back half.
Oh, it's all on this corner. He's going high. Does he have the speed? He has a bit of pace.
Oh.
Ooh.
A great run from Prime, though, to reel that back in. Zyrek looks like he is back out of this again. Yeah, look at that. Oh, my goodness. We are seeing all sectors of this track at the same time. But, yeah, I don't even have the option to hop off there, so we are watching that from Zyrek.
We're in a different planet.
Yep. This is you can't race like that. Zyrek is just being disabled by his net right now. There's nothing you can do about that.
But Utik is the person to be chasing right now. He's absolutely cooking. 40 points. That's 4 wins at least. He's dominating the field right now. Prime's showing a bit of pace. 22. He's been close to Utix a lot of times near the end. Server's alive, I think.
Yeah. Daybreak, we are really only seeing Zyrek with the issues again still, I think. But Daybreak now, once again, the dirt sections just have been proven by the better players around here how much pace you can keep through them, but you must do them perfectly.
Yeah, this one, even the first sector here can really throw you off. I feel like some of these players are going to be called out here. Like that first left drift, sometimes it wants to drift, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Prime sending it through the water as well. If you can maintain maximum pace through the dirt section after that booster, you really, really pick up pace there. That is probably one of the most crucial spots in this track to get right. As long as you're counting out full-on errors, that's where the time will be made or broken. Other than the finish line. The finish line is just brutal on this.
I feel so sorry.
Especially for low bracket.
Zyrex is still lagging. I can see it. It's just not a good sign. But, oh my, good band. Yeah, but he has so much pace. It sucks because he has the pace as well.
I'm assuming we will actually get on track here. There we go. Hey,
yeah, we're back in.
Oh, Zyrex is out. He may actually have chosen it as well. There's no way you can take the win the way that things were going, and he can't hold it up forever. He's we're running it through. There has been no pause, so it looks like Zyrek will be forfeiting on this one.
Yeah, hopefully he can get back in and only missed one round. But Prime is on a heater right now as Yotix makes a mistake behind him. Instinct comes up behind. Prime has on a good little lap at the moment. He hits the wall, though. That's going to slow him down a little bit. But it wasn't a bad spot to hit the wall. He still had Reactor to keep him back up.
Great drift there from Instinct, actually, just to hold this second place pace and making some room on Prime here.
Prime crashed!
Oh my goodness, Instinct has first place!
Prime crashed on the finish line.
I was waiting to see if Instinct could take that line for the finish, and he nailed it.
This could be Instinct's map. He could be bringing this completely back in the lobby.
And he's only 20 points behind. I've seen bigger comebacks.
100%. We've seen it in the last couple rounds.
Yeah.
DB almost made it a comeback of a century. But here he goes. Instinct recovers. He lets go. He needed to let go to survive, but he still has pace. And I'm guessing that is Utix that is ahead. It is. Utix showing now he's still got the pace in him.
Late break from Instinct costs him, and he tries to make it up and ends up binning it into the wall. There are two people who have...
Match pause.
Match pause. We might be getting Zyrek back in, possibly?
Yep.
Wondering if this was like a router reset or something from Zyrek.
We'll watch it a warm-up. Yeah, it could be. We'll watch it a warm-up. Match pause. I didn't see that one coming. Resuming match. Wait a minute. We're back. We're back. We are live again.
I want to see if Instinct can keep up the pace of that warm-up, though. Because that was a genuinely good run alongside... everybody was sending it there.
Just, sorry to interrupt you, but Zyrek has been confirmed he will not be resuming, which is sad to go out that way. And I hope he can sort out the issues for the future events, because he really had some pace coming up. I really hope for him the best. But now we focus on... We got a three-person race now. Free racer. Who's going to get it? Prime seems to have a bit of pace, so does UT. But Instinct had a bit of pace at the end as well.
Yeah.
Is Prime going to have it? Is this going to be another mistake? Maybe?
Prime
They're
has
both
to get
wide.
He's
missed it. He's missed it. UT's capitalized.
You've got to be kidding. That was the opportunity to get Utix to just kind of sacrifice a few points and get this bracket to close up. And yet the gap just keeps increasing.
He would have been tired. We're pretty much right on Utix, eh? He would have been at least 6 points behind Utix. He would have been in arm's reach. That's twice now he's missed that finish and someone else has yoinked it from him. As I think there's a bit of mistake happening. As his Prime's next to wall, Utic has the pace. Instinct's made a mistake. Utic is clear at the moment. He has a lot of fresh air to breathe. That's the thing.
He's got a full second and a half here pretty well. As he continues to make pace. There's the error. Prime comes out ahead now.
Instinct's made one as well. They both made mistakes again.
This is a free one for Prime.
He's got about a 6-second gap on him, I reckon. That's further than...
Yeah, there it is. So going up to 8. This is a free win for Prime here, even if he does just take the safe exit.
Take it safe. He will. Yeah, smart. He's just playing smart. He's getting a lot of second places here, so the consistent points for that second place movement. He knows what he needs to do.
And that consistency means you are only sacrificing a few points per round, 10 to 6 on each, and now he can make that back. And he does here. It's a good gain back, actually. Yeah,
Utic's got third place there, so that really knocked him back on some points. Still, Instinct's only a win away from Prime now, so it's still in arm's reach for all of them here, and we're not even halfway through the round. We still got a long way to go here. Oh, Instinct's got some pace, I think. He's gone wide. Prime's had one.
That's going to put Prime back. Instinct goes wide there and picks up a lot of dirt.
That brought him back a little bit. Dropped the gear, though. Losing a gear there can cost you a bit of time. Especially headed into that boost section, but he seems to be at least holding pace here. A better line there by a mile means Instinct has the chance. He needs to take the good finish. He's screwed, and Prime got it. Prime got it. Prime got it.
Oh my goodness.
From nowhere, Prime has snuck it through the short finish line and sniped everyone.
That's crazy.
He was over a second and a half behind, and he's brought it back just for going for that finish line. Instinct hits the... Oh, that's rough.
And Utix...
as well.
I don't know how Utix managed to hold a second there as well. Binned it into the wall. And third place didn't even bother trying to take that line and still didn't come out in front of Utix there somehow.
John Rule. This is a tough map. A great map, though. Yeah, we won't be seeing any Alpha times here. We will not be seeing any Alpha times or even Silvers here, I reckon.
Conrul, I think, is a deserving map 1 here as well. It kind of sets the... It really, really does set the expectation for the map pack, and it was an introduction to... Yeah, it's tough as a track 1, but it does. It lets you know exactly what you're in for, and you kind of get a feel for what this is to be expected.
And that's the thing about this map pack. It's a lot of mixed. There's a lot of grass, there's a lot of road, there's a lot of dirt. But then there's also the tech turns that you have on some of the tracks that can really throw you everywhere. So this map pack is really a tough one to learn, but a very great one to watch. I love watching it.
Sky Harbor, the only one of the map pack that does have ice in it as well, and it has been crucial in that one as well. But yeah, Condril here. Tech, dirt, and grass. And we have seen Scorpid as the author of this one.
Yeah, Scorpid author, and as you see, mistake from Prime. And I think Instinct had a mistake, and Utix is flying ahead at the moment. Great little drift to get around that corner, which is what you need to do. Utix
good pace from Prime. Catching Utix. That was a huge gain from Prime there, but there's just not that much time to make it up here. Utix has to make an error on this last corner if Prime has a chance, and he's not going to. From here on out, you really have this pretty well sorted. Prime, yeah, lifts the wheel.
Yeah,
How has he kept pace? Oh my goodness,
right,
he's got more.
Does have the boost. No, they're both going the short way.
He would have gone the short.
He would have won it. Oh. I reckon he had the pace.
He absolutely did. I mean, he nearly caught him on the long run.
Production.
My bad. You guys can still see it.
You're fine.
Oh no, you couldn't have had Mudvayne running. What am I talking about? I shouldn't have had Mudvayne running. My bad. You guys, I promise it was a really exciting round and you guys missed out on heaps. That's what I promise.
I'll back Dexy, and he's getting pretty late over here where we live. But we're here. Here we go. Utix had a good run there. Prime had a good run there. But none of them went the jump finish, chat. They both went the left turn when I think Prime could have taken the short finish and won that round. But he's got pace here. He's looking good. Utix, though, is behind him.
Oh, Prime just way out ahead here. Utix does not have the pace, not after that. That's a crucial loss there. And I think Prime will be able to hold this off. Utix continuing to make mistakes while trying to salvage this. Instinct too far back to really have that make a difference on him. But nobody wants to go for the ending line on this one. It is a scary, scary finish line to go for.
I think they're just not confident enough that they have the pace.
And they have so many times they have.
That's what I'm saying. I believe they do have it, but they don't want to risk it because the respawn is such a lot of time. It's like 5 to 6 seconds, if not more.
Yeah, it's
so risking it and missing it, it can cost you 10 points right there and then. That's why I think Prime just tried to send it on that corner as hard as he could. He didn't want to risk losing it to Instinct. But Instinct can't quite get this map. He hasn't had a clean run yet.
First and second really separating themselves away here, and Utix has been losing a bit of the lead here, and will lose some more. That is massive error there. Prime out ahead with a 3-second gap to both of his competitors here.
Yeah, and if Instinct keeps second place here, that's got to knock Utix down a lot further, make it 10 times easier for Prime. That'll be 6 points difference in this round alone if Prime gets a win here and Utix gets third. So that will help him out a lot. And it looks like it's going to be happening. Utix made another massive mistake.
This is...
Instinct couldn't make the jump. Instinct couldn't do it.
Oh, this is very free for Prime.
Yeah, Prime's got a W.
And continues to close the gap. He would love if Utix actually did just hand it in and give Instinct the second on this, but there is a number of seconds between the two of them there as well. There will be the second for Utix. 10 seconds later, though. Crazy lead from Prime on that.
Yeah, Prime had a good lap there. And on that grass, the transfer from road to grass, the little whale kicker, I call it, like the tail.
Mm-hmm.
At Instinct hit it and didn't have enough pace to make the jump onto the upper side, and that cost him, and then Utix went by. Got him on the respawn. But Prime looks the best here on this map.
Doesn't he just? This track. Only 6 points away from a lead in the entire set, though. And Utix needs to win this one. He is out in front right now. With a little bit of pace on Prime. Oh, it's a good chase.
Oh, he didn't drift. Utix got a line. Goes a bit wide, though. It's going to give Prime a better line for him here.
Oh, my goodness.
How has he kept the speed?
Not a huge pace difference between the two, though, and Prime will have to hold this. Might not as well. Oh, it's just barely the right transition from Prime. And he's got the line. Prime,
he's been early.
What? He bends it into the wall. And now, that's something. I'm going to not comment on that one. I'll let you guys at home make your own conclusions.
Curiosity first. Oh, he beat Alba. Ooh.
Yeah, was keen to see Curiosity continue his run through here.
Yeah. That's very unfortunate. Curiosity and Albatross have gone through in the other match chat. Divi, sadly, will be leaving us today. Curiosity's cooking. Albatross through again. I like that.
Yeah.
But we focus over here. Utic seems to be 4 points away from finalists now. Prime only 14. Instinct just didn't have a good run there on that map, and it's really cost him.
Yeah,
really cost him.
I actually think that one map might be enough to just count Instinct out here. I did say it would probably come down to map preference once we got down to these lower brackets, but that was more of a difference than I thought that would make even then. That was huge.
He just couldn't get through.
Yeah.
He couldn't get the run he needed. As he's going to be watching the GPS here. Hold on.
Open world once again here as well.
Great map again. All of these maps have been beautiful to witness for racing. They work so much better than I thought they would for like close racing. The times are so close. Like we had earlier before, what, two rounds in a row of the exact same times?
Yeah. And like you said, one of the easier early finishes on this track. However, I also think it might be my favorite of the early finishes. It's very, very satisfying to do. Just a lot of fun.
And you can also take the different line into it. You can risk it low and get the pace going off to it. Or you can
almost
go for the
like
rebound.
There's three options here.
Yeah, is that Instinct is going to be waiting a little bit. Missed the start there.
Oof. That is brutal with already being the back marker on this race. You do not want to lose any opportunity you can, but I think he might already been counting himself out here.
Quick.
Doesn't he just?
Prime looks quick. Yeah, Prime looks quick on this map.
0.6 of a second ahead of Utix. It's not a lot of space, but it is a decent amount of time.
Utix has gained a fair bit there, though, through that engine off. And he's got an inside line here. Here we go. Oh, he decided to drift. He had
that's early. That's early.
Prime has a bit of breathing room.
Utix tried to cut him as if he had the cargo on. That's what that looked like to me. Like Utix was trying to make up too much time there, and that is a poor choice to go early into that dirt corner. That left-hander, I have done that more times than I can count in practice.
It's just some of these maps, the corners really catch you off guard. Like you gotta break it right. But here we go. Utic is on finalist. Prime is 4 points away. Does Prime shut down Utic? Or does Utic get it here? So we're going to come down to this one round. He's got the pace on the outside. Yeah, it's looking good. Beautiful line. Oh, a bit of a lag, I'm not going to lie, but he's cooking.
Doesn't seem to be holding him up here. Prime still maintaining kind of higher pace like he was last time around, but he has to make a pass here. He's got the pace to do it, and it's a crucial time to have it as well. There's the engine off block, and he gets the pass. That is clean, fairly low transition, and will come out into the dirt section right, and a great turn through there as well. Utix this time doesn't make the error, though, right on the tail of Prime, but there's the error, and Prime will be in finalist position alongside Utix.
Yeah, both in finalists now. Double finalist chat. Prime's brought it back. Instinct gets a nice little run there as well. Gets a nice little 6 points to add into his accumulation. Utix is still struggling to finish.
Yeah, as we were talking about how easy that one is at the finish line, that's on us as well. I feel like Lumids, I'm so sorry. I won't prompt you to say that anything is easy ever again, or will immediately prompt the players to show us. It's actually really tough, by the way.
Oh, it's tough.
Utix, no! What are you doing?
Utix has made a mistake, no way.
He's got pace out of it, but that's a massive amount of time lost to take that line.
Prime has a chance now.
Instinct too. Great pace on Instinct actually right now. Oh no!
Cast
Flips it. Yeah. It's all on us. The entire tournament is, as I said, defined by our statements on what we like to see.
As Prime is just driving phenomenal right now. He's holding his lines. He's driving how he was in the last couple. And it looks like Prime is going to be the first one from this lower bracket to be moving on. Congratulations, mate.
And Utix going to take through second as well. Can't gain points here.
Still needs to win.
He still needs the win to finalize.
Does Instinct make the biggest comeback ever? Doesn't happen.
It would be just about a miracle here. Instinct taking a fairly good line here, has good pace, but a little bit of a hard turn into the dirt will cost him that pace almost immediately.
Oh, he's just getting... that could be it there. That could lead it. That could leave the door open now. Does U6 notice? Or he went a bit inside. He's still going to... He's pushing his lines a lot. Calm down, Big Sauce. You got a bit of a gappy.
U6 is he's in the kitchen. He's trying to cook something. I'm not sure what. It's a spicy dish.
Now he's taking his time. You can see it a little bit. Yeah. He's not rushing. And there it is. U6 will be the second one to move on. Instinct not far behind. Very unfortunate there. That one map really got him. Really set him back.
Yeah, huge win there from Prime as well, with Utix starting our map pack off right there as well. He really looked to be the showrunner for a long time there, but Prime just came through with some major pace on that last map. Really, really crucial to do so as well, but oh man, it's a sad result for one of the four that came into this though, as well, as we did lose a player entirely.
Sorry, bro. That's the worst way to go out due to some tech issues. But as long as you had a good time, brother, that's all that should matter. And you should be back better and better. Oh, I can't even English right now. Better for next time.
It's late.
It's late. It's 11:10. It's 11:10.
But that is it. Lower bracket round 3 will finish these matches off. It is still progressing. Everything just coming down to the pointy end tomorrow. So do not miss it. We have had some unbelievable competition today. The upper bracket has been incredible. Just ridiculous.
You couldn't have asked for a better day one. You couldn't have. My highlight has to be back-to-back rounds of equal times. That blows my mind.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it. From the same two players, at least. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's insane.
Yeah, really, really crazy. There's been surprises in every round so far as well, including this one. Prime doing so well to come through as first from this lower bracket as well. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Really, really good push there from Prime, and Utix in second as well. But we do thank everybody who came out today, even if you did have to get sent home. Unfortunately, we will say goodbye to Instinct there as third on that podium at the end there. And I believe who was it out of our other round as well?
That'll be Curiosity and Albatross. They both got the dub, and Divi unfortunately came out with 72 points, very close again, just unlucky, pretty close to Instinct points, so unlucky for them, but we hope to see you back for next time for ITC. You performed well, you played amazing, Albatross and Curiosity taking out that other match in match 2 of round 3. Match 1 of round 2. Kind of English. Yeah.
I mean, Limits, even on our breaks, the 5 minutes we had between games, you were just telling me that this has been far better than your expectations.
Way better than my expectations.
It is an excellent tournament that's being run out here. India's really turning up the heat on Trackmania, and it is so much fun to watch. We really hope that you guys at home are enjoying it as much as we are as well, because I can't say that I would rather be doing anything else on a Saturday night.
I couldn't ask for anything better, and I couldn't be doing it with anyone better, Gex, bro. You're legit. Yeah.
Good to have you here as well. And a big shout out to our admins in the background as well. Iridium for being in the Twitch chat a lot to inform you guys of updates as well. Spark, Lost Soul, as well as our map creators as well. Some really awesome tracks in this map pack. One of my favorite map packs I think I've ever seen. Certainly my favorite I've casted so far. So excellent day, everybody. So come back tomorrow to see the last of it. It is going to be an awesome final day of competition here for ITC number 7. Until then, we will see you next time. I've been Gex. He's been Lumids. Thank you for coming out. We'll catch you next time.